are here.
And we're back.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Vacation, bro. How about it?
How about it?
Hey, before we
It's
get
great to not see you.
Yeah, it was great not seeing you, too. I loved it. I love that we were literally 2 hours from each other, and we couldn't make that happen.
Dude, you look great.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's all brought to you by our friends at gamer-fuel.com.
Hold.
Use promo code DJ Hi Kevin, and you can get some food, and you can get some supplements.
Some food and snacks. And
Speaking of Kevin, I had this earlier, and I don't know why we never promoted it, so I went and I changed it. So we now have a phone number that you can call, and you can leave voicemails. And the number is 341-46-KEVIN.
Hang on.
341-46-KEVIN.
Wait,
I think it's the
text.
greatest idea they've ever come up with.
Okay.
It's also
341.
Wait, what is it?
What was it? 341?
Yeah, 341-46-KEVIN.
46.
Mm-hmm. Kevin.
Kevin.
You could probably hear the rain, literally. Hold on. Can you hear that?
So there's the number.
341-46-KEVIN. And you can call that and leave voicemails. You can text us as well, Kevin. They can send a text message during the show, which I thought was pretty funny. So you can call.
Oh my God, our guests are already waiting. I'm so excited. I'm sorry.
341-46-KEVIN. Yeah, we've got guests today. We got a lot of stuff to get to. Before, which I don't think we're gonna get to all of them. I just want to go over like the holiday, man. 4th of July. I was in New Jersey. You were in Connecticut. And then I was in New Jersey, and you were in PA, and we didn't get to see each other. And it kind of made me sad. Although I'm gonna see you soon.
Soon.
In person, like actually.
In person. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we welcome you to the radio thing with the Kevin. We welcome you to the 341-46-KEVIN podcast.
Welcome to the. You're the one that puts my name in everything, so
I love it.
Oh
it's
God,
my favorite. Every time I think about it, I'm like, what do I want to name that? Kevin. I'll have that in Kevin. No, vacation was good. I did some. So I don't know if you know this, but this is the 1 year mark of me getting canned. July 15th is the day that I got let go.
Drinks.
Yeah. So on the way up from New Jersey, I drove. I was like, all right, I'm gonna be productive. Figure out like what to do. I'm gonna listen to a bunch of podcasts. I'm gonna figure out what we're doing wrong, what we're doing right. And I don't like listening to me. I don't like listening to like what I do. Like I just do it and then it gets done and it's out there. But I listen to us. I listen to my favorite, which is on the screen of my Toyota, is DJ Demand Again, Jesus. Jesus. I listened to that one, and then I listened to Big Daddy's, which was just, hey, if you're having a bad day in life, just go through that podcast on.
Yeah.
But I listened,
He's a pistol, man. And
I was a critic to us. And I'm not going to get into like the details of like what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong right now, because we do have guests waiting and want to come on the show. But I did take notes. I want the show to get better. I don't want it to be just a disaster all the time. Sometimes we fuck up and we're just kind of weirdos. But I will say, man, I listen to like some other podcasts, like not even DJ related, but just podcasts. I'm like, man, this is a struggle to even sit and listen to. So I feel like because we talk
sometimes,
for a living, whether that be on a microphone at a wedding or, in broadcast of some way, we're onto something. Drew and Fuse, by the way.
Yeah.
It's funny, man. I was listening to the Drew and Fuse show. And at the beginning, it's like, it's the Drew and Fuse show, right? Right? She's like, it's the Drew and Fuse show. Right in the intro. And so I listened to the Cleveland Terry one and the Demand one. But it was literally like 3 days later. I'm like sitting by the pool in Jersey, just hanging out with my aunt and my cousins right now. We're just, chilling by the pool. I just catch myself. It's a and they were like, what are you singing? I was like, I can't even explain it to you if I tried. I could sing it.
Clean up nicely.
What is the Drew and Fuse? They do clean up nicely.
Yeah. They do clean up nicely. I will say, did you see the old pics of Fuse? It was like some bar that he did. It must have been like over 10 years ago. Was shutting down.
I did see this.
The big ass DC shirt. Dude,
stands for Washington, D.C., right?
Yep. Okay. Well, hang on. So we do have some stuff that we constantly don't like reiterate.
Yes.
Which is our listener or comment of the week type thing. One of our most frequented commenters and sharers is actually here on the show today, hanging out in the green room currently.
Yes, they're drinking. I guess we gave them some vodka backstage.
Yep.
Yeah, cheers. They're ready. Hey, before we get to them though, can we go over the details that we've been bleeping out for the past couple weeks?
Yes.
Because I don't know these details. I kind of know, but I just said, hey, look, you do what you need to do.
Yeah.
And you just tell me where to be and like if I have to put pants on.
It was a little passion project. I'll be honest. So I was a little selfish in like keeping it to myself, but I was like, you know what, let's do something big. Let's swing for the fucking fences, man. You can't hit a home run as two people together. All due respect.
Right. I could one be guy behind up the back. I could help you swing.
That would, yep. Anyway, so the Atlanta, actually, get this. Spinelli called me yesterday.
Nick Spinelli
called me yesterday.
Yeah. Heard of that guy once or twice, yeah.
First off, I would like to say congratulations to him and his lovely fiancee, Buyaka Shah, because they're having a baby, and they're naming
Nick
it Kevin.
Jr.
No. No, yeah, they're naming it Face Nick Jr. Spinelli. Like the face from Nick Jr. No, okay.
Right.
Blue's Clues, maybe. All right. Anyway, so first of all, I wanted to say that congratulations to them because they're legends. Yes. Second, I would like to say that he listened to the Big Daddy episode.
Okay.
And he actually said something great about you, Shorty. He was like, "Yo, thank you for calling Big Daddy out," because Big Daddy just loves to go on his tangents. And at one point, you were, he was talking about his ex or something, how he's still friends with her even after so many years. And you were like, "No, fuck that bitch." And,
yeah.
And he was like, "No, I really like their kids." And you were like, "No, fuck that bitch." And it was 100%. Spinelli actually brought that up, and he was like, good for Shorty for actually calling him out for once.
I don't know Nick on the level that you do. I kind of like we play Call of Duty a little bit together. I talk to him a little bit. I don't know him on that scale. I feel like Nick and I are kind of on the same playing field. Where like if we just see something, we're just going to say it like it is. Sometimes it might get us in trouble. Sometimes it might not. But I still stand behind that. # fuck her.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
That like Sean is like one of the nicest people.
Nicest guy.
I think Sean's nicer than Jesus Christ.
Have you met Jesus Christ? We should have him on.
Never met the guy, but God.
Can you arrange that?
Jesus Christ,
Secretary? Can you put that together? Call his people. Thank you, Ollie. Appreciate it. That was
so we're kind of beating around we're beating around the subject here, but you've been working on this quite a while,
right? So
I don't know. This is going to be breaking news to me. I don't know what's going on.
So, the DJ Expo is the thing that we have been bleeping out for a long time, and
Atlantic City.
We have in Atlantic City coming up in August, and we have a pretty cool role that we get to play. We have a really sweet idea, which I don't want to leak the original idea because it's not actually what we're doing. But what we are going to be doing, and I urge you, if you are a DJ, find us while we're there, because we are not in charge, but we are contributors to the lifestyle of the DJ Expo. So we know that DJ Times was basically rebranded to DJ Life magazine, right? And if you think about it, Sean Hazan, the runner of the leader of Hazan Media, and who runs the entire Atlantic City Expo, is trying to turn it from a Times magazine into more of like a lifestyle magazine, which is pretty 100%. Cool, So I'm really excited to just be associated with this whole concept. And also just, now we basically get to do like 15-minute interviews, and, we can talk about stuff that we normally talk about, but also we can talk about, and you can be a contributor to our contributions to just capturing media and getting responses to the expo, which I highly encourage you to say positive things about it, naturally. But yeah, so we're just going to be running around with a bunch of cameras and microphones and things that record audio, and we would like to sit down with as many people as we possibly can over a period of time, while we're free there. It's not just reception day. Granted, it is sort of a little bit of a vacation for myself and my lovely fiance Tedward, but yeah, we just I want to get some info from some people and see how they feel about the whole thing, about coming back from COVID, the growth on it, things that they would like to see, things again, we're not going to say anything not bad about it. We'll say constructive stuff about it, but where you would like to see it go.
And you can follow them on Instagram at the DJ Expo. Again, Kevin, you've been Zoom meeting and planning all this.
A lot of Zoom meetings, a lot of phone calls. Yeah, it's been fun, man.
I don't even know.
I feel like a grown up.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like for the audience, Kevin would just say the ball's rolling. Just let me figure out where the goal line is, and then we'll go from there. So
that's exactly it, dude.
Yeah.
So and thank you everybody for the patience through the bleeps. That's a big thing. I feel like that was annoying.
Well, we're pretty good at teasing. It's all about the art of the tease. It's just how media broadcasting is. You want to tease. One time back in the day, I don't know if you guys know this, but before I was a sit-down comedian, I used to be in I'm just kidding. People were absolutely tired of it.
Okay,
I brought that up the other night. Yeah. But I'm glad that we're part of it. DJ Expo was the first big, huge conference I actually went to after I got let go from radio. I was like, all right, I want to just balls to the wall. Let's do this. So DJ Expo, I got let go in July, and then I literally just bought tickets and was like, all right, I'm going. Let's fucking do it. And so the nice thing is that the hotel rooms are already booked fully, and Demand had 2 beds, and so Demand let me be his bunkmate for the week. And it was great, and I had a blast. And
it was great. We did have a blast.
Joe Bunn will be there.
Good talk.
By the way, R.I.P. What'd you say?
I just said good talk.
Oh yeah,
that's still my favorite moment of the expo. whatever. We've mentioned it before, but yes, Rip
Rip
in peace.
Yeah, Rip. Yeah, R.I.P. Which I want to talk about for just a second. Then we have guests, and I understand we got a lot. Because we've been off for 2 weeks, technically.
So much. Yeah.
I listened to the PhDJ podcast with Mike Walter and Joe Bunn, which was their last one, and they're talking about they're going to quit. And I think it's bullshit, Joe Bunn. I love you to death. Joe, you're my boy.
Joe Bunn's got his own stuff still going on. He's got the vault,
I know.
Dude, I was just on it yesterday. You were there.
I text Joe when I was starting to listen to it. I sent him a picture of the hold on. I'll pull my text up. I just typed in Hobun. That's not what I need. Hang on. Joe Bunn. I text Joe
Bunn
a picture of my dash listening to the show. Joe replies, and I hope it's okay I said this. Joe replies and goes, I sucked your dick on there. You're welcome. That's his response to me listening to the podcast. Because he did mention a lot of other podcasts and asked if Mike Walter listened to the show or other shows and that sort of thing. And I think Mike is really great. They're both really great at what they do. I understand they're also busy in their own rights. So you can't just do a million things. And Joe and I had kind of talked about helping with social media and some stuff with them, and I'd kind of toyed around that idea with him, and I just think they were just ready to kind of put the podcast out the pasture,
5.5 years.
Yeah, 5.5.
Yeah. Dude, they did one live at the first DJ Collective I did, and that was really cool to see. Dude, if you haven't had the chance to riff with Joe Bunn, he's so fun to talk to, man. I can't say anything really for Mike Walter because he's literally always just surrounded by people, so I don't get a chance to riff. And I feel like after a certain point, you're just so big in your own community that you're kind of I just want to go lock myself in my bathroom in my hotel room so there's an extra door between me and anyone else. And I feel that for them because, dude, you've seen it. We're starting to get pretty, I'm getting DMs all the time now, man. And I just say, if you have DM'd me, if you've sent me a dad joke, if you have whatever, anything, thank you. Because literally, we are not here without you.
Yeah. I get the DMs and I just say, hey, just go to Kevin because I don't know what I'm doing. So Kevin literally does the whole podcast as well. I just show up, okay?
Bro.
My name is on the sign. That's it. Speaking of Joe Bunn, I want to get to this real quick, and then we'll get into our guest today.
Yes.
You were on the DJ's Vault yesterday as we record this, talking about you love your number 2. It's your favorite.
I do.
You love the you love the number 2, and not as a poop emoji, but as being a number 2 clock entertainment.
Poop emoji.
And
yeah,
you can. Yeah,
I want to say, like, I do want to clarify real quick. Like, I am not the guy that keeps clock entertainment running. I'm a part of the puzzle,
sure.
And that's sort of the point that I really wanted to make on that number 2 talk, was that you can be number 2, but then you need someone to keep you rolling, and there's so many parts, especially to a business, to keep it up and, as perfect as you can get it, right, for anybody. So,
yeah, it's
right? But I just want to, I'm grateful for my experiences, and hopefully everybody understands that. But
you were really great on there. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I kept trying to comment as me, and it would just comment as Facebook user.
How'd that go?
What was going? I kept clicking the fucking link, and nothing would happen. I'd click the link, and I'd write some sarcastic comment. It's funny because I would just write something sarcastic, and Kevin would go, "I think that's Shorty," and it's pretty much Shorty. So
yeah, I kind of knew.
Yeah, you pretty much do it.
Kind of knew.
But
all right, let's get these people in here, though, bro.
Yeah, if you're not a fan
I'm sorry, I'm like doing too many things.
Be subscribers.
Yeah.
Can we tell people who our guests are today? Because I'm super excited. If you haven't read the title on the podcast right now, I'm excited to have these ladies on the show. These women. These
I will say
women.
We have a surprise guest as well.
What? I don't know this.
I know you don't. That's why it's a surprise. So hang on. Let's get these ladies in here.
Wait. Before we get them in, I just one more thing. Your mom. Something about your mom.
Oh, yeah. My mom just said, actually, hang on. Let's get the ladies in here, and then we'll kind of kick it off with that, because I feel like we're bad keeping them waiting. So,
let's do it.
And
later.
All right, Tech Support 101 coming in. Here we go. All right, Jen, this is what you gotta do.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It is it's me again. I feel like I keep jumping into the episodes, but I need to explain something. So, just had a couple technical issues that we wanted to sort out, but we got an awesome surprise guest, so just stay tuned and listen through a little bit of the pain, but it turns into some fun stuff. So thanks for listening, as always.
Jen, is that a Hot Cues sign?
It's a TV behind us, and
that looks good.
put, like, pictures and stuff.
I just saw the colors. I recognize it.
Yeah. He picked the background.
No, it's fine. I can't see the whole thing because it's not. Oh, now I can.
Advertising. Okay. He's advertising.
Hello? Hello? I don't hear it.
I don't hear the echo anymore.
The echo's this knob?
There's no echo anymore.
This knob?
You're good. There's no more echo.
Okay. Still no more echo?
Did you guys get really quiet?
You're great.
Yeah, much better.
Cool. Sorry.
Is Nate still on there?
Hi, ladies.
No. He's gone.
Oh.
Jen Nelson.
Do you want?
Yes.
Do you know how to give yourself a little more volume?
No, but he's right here.
Okay.
Also,
maybe
Jen
just
LeForce,
bring that mic
Do
in.
I just
You're gonna need it like
closer?
almost in your mouth a little bit.
Like you're going to eat it.
Hey, whoa.
Spicy.
Whoa.
All right. So there's a reason. First off, I would like to. So I guess we're gonna be recording by now. We just had to troubleshoot because we put them in the green room.
Sorry, guys.
So we're here. We're great. No problem at all. Hang on. I got like a extra person.
I was gonna say there's two
guys
Jen
see-
LeForce.
Because she logged. Remember, she got out and then got back in. So I don't know why that's still there, though.
All right, hold on. I don't want to ruin everything.
Can you kick the other Zoom or not the other Zoom?
Well, gee, Shorty, wouldn't that be a great idea? What the fuck do you think I'm doing?
Listen, you're the master at this. I'm not even the host. I
We've
just let you
never
do it
even
all.
done this.
Yeah.
I know. So
This is new. Well, while we're waiting, the show is brought to you by gamer-fuel.com.
Gamerfuel.com.
Gamer Fuel.
That is weird that her video is
It's
running.
weird that it's not really like. It's not giving me anything, so fuck it.
What's
Well, you're
going
gonna have
on?
an extra
What am I
camera,
missing?
though, aren't you?
We see like another you.
Another
not you.
me?
In the video, it's like there's another. What's the word I
Video,
want?
like it looks like it's trying to
It's-
buffer and load you, but it's not loading.
Yeah. But whatever. I just won't put it in the post thing because this isn't recorded live, which is the best part.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, anyway, let's get the get into this. Ladies, hi. Hello. Hi. We're really excited to have you. So we have Jennifer LeForce Roush.
That's me.
And we have Jen Nelson here of the LeForce Wives Squad, which I don't even like to give you that, because you two are very independent people on your own and incredible people to boot. But I do want to bring in my
Teddi.
incredible other person here.
Hey.
So that I could awkwardly talk on the microphone until right now. But goddamn, you look good on camera, lady.
That hair is
You never tell me
girls.
that.
Well, Shorty, if it was true, I would tell you that.
Off the rip, we're doing
So we
this.
got 3 amazing ladies that happen to be married or are going to be marrying DJs. You have independent selves, undoubtedly. So why don't would you ladies like to give a little intro about yourselves?
Can I just interrupt just real quick? Like, way to make me feel like a piece of shit because I have literally nobody, like nothing.
Can you hold up your Tinder
I'm
profile
kidding.
next to you and we can help you swipe left,
Oh,
swipe right?
wow. Okay. There we go. Swipe right, swipe left. Yeah. That's cool. I'm going to leave now and go home. I'm just kidding.
Oh, don't go.
Oh, you're already home.
My office is my home. So we've got 2 Jens here, but we got to give them nicknames so we can separate. Is we're just going to call you LeForce and
You
one
can call
Nelson?
me
Like,
LeForce.
how are we doing this
You can
for the
call me
show?
LeForce and you can call her
Okay.
Jen. Yeah.
Okay.
Or
LeForce
Jen.
and Jen.
For me,
You can pick whatever you want to be called, Jen, but you can call me LeForce. I respond to that.
I respond to Jen or to Nelson,
Yeah.
actually. So
The boys
doesn't matter. Either way.
When we're out on the boat, like the boys always call us LeForce and Nelson. It's the easiest way.
Do they?
Okay.
Yeah.
I always wondered how that worked. Like, how do they dictate who is the Jen and who is the Jen? So
Yeah.
I'm glad we got that figured out. So let's start with Jen LeForce. I've talked to your husband a little bit on Instagram, just like messaging back and forth. I actually was messaging him today because I posted like, what are questions that you want to ask the girls, and he wrote back.
Oh.
He's like, this is going to be a terrible idea if the wrong men, happen to like message these horrible questions they're going to ask, which not too bad. It was all PG stuff. But let's talk about just your life as a wife of a business owner. Like how much do you want to pull your hair out sometimes?
A lot. No. So Glenn and I we'll be married 16 years in October. So, and we've known each other for about 18. So we've been in each other's lives for a really long time. And when we met and got married, DJing was kind of a side hustle thing. When we moved to Dallas, we met at Baylor University in Waco, Texas, Sikkim. And we came up to Dallas
Did you just say Sikkim? Whoa, what is Sikkim?
Yes. It's Sikkim. Baylor
Bears.
Bears. We're the Baylor Bears and we Sikkim. Like
With
Oklahoma State
with your
Cowboys
hands?
Bears.
shoot, Texas Tech shoots, like UT does their whoop thing. Or no, maybe that's A&M. A&M, whoop, whatever.
They do whoop.
It's, it's the South. We have signals for everything for college football. Come on.
That's true.
So when we moved to Dallas, he was just DJing as kind of a side hustle for Glenn Roush Productions. And so that was, it was a side thing. He was getting his MBA in accounting. And so I had my own career that I was doing at the time in marketing. So we were just kind of, both working on our careers, and his just happened to have a side hustle. And then it changed in 2010 when we created LeForce Entertainment. Well, when he created LeForce Entertainment to add on other
You're part of
DJs
it.
to come on TV. Well, I mean, at that point, I was still working a full-time job, desk job, and it was just him starting the company. And when that happened, it became a bigger deal, and it was a lot of balancing. I saw someone ask the question, and I won't get there yet, but like it's just a lot of balancing and a lot of managing, and it's being married to. I always tell people, and Jen probably has this a little bit as well. Glenn, I always tell people, is a big idea guy. And by that, I mean, he always is constantly thinking of things to do. It never stops. It never stops. And at the beginning of our marriage, it was really, really hard because if you ever need someone in your life, I'm not a negative person, but if you ever need someone in your life to tell you how something won't work, you can call me and say, hey, I have this idea. What could be the pitfalls? And I'll be like, well,
sure,
you can start here. And so I had a problem early on in our marriage when he would come up with ideas and be like, well, have you thought about this and this and this and this? And he took that to mean like I wasn't supportive of things. So I learned early on when he like throws out a big idea, I just let it sit there, because the chances of 80% of the ideas that he talks about actually coming to fruition are like not very many of them come to fruition. He just has ideas all the time. And when he does put them into practice, they usually are super successful. But I do always tell people that he's my big idea guy, and he's the balloon that floats up in the sky, and I'm the person that stands on the ground and holds onto the string of the balloon, and every now and then looks up and goes, you might want to think about that. Have you thought about this? What about this? And so that's kind of like a little bit in a nutshell on what it's like being married to a business owner.
Yeah, but there is that like balancing act where like you kind of have to have, I do look at like, you know, Teddi and Kevin like that, where like, you know, Kevin would be like, I want to set fire off inside of a venue, you know, and Teddy's going to probably rein him back. I'm like, I just don't, that, you know, we might burn the venue to the ground. And so
Maybe don't.
There are those things where I think men in general just have these, like, we watch these, you know, Dukes of Hazzard type TV shows where big shit's happening. We're like, we want to do that. And the woman is like, listen, there's no way you're going to jump that car the way that guy did. You just can't do that. And so there's this kind of.
And then there's applicable things of like seeing your husband. You guys might have seen it on Twitch when we had, who was here, Jen? When we were down at the office and Glenn was on the barrel.
That was Teddi and Kevin.
Was it
They
y'all?
were down. Yeah.
And then there's the
I was
time,
also on the barrel with Glenn.
And then there's the time
they did.
when
They were both on there.
they hop on we have a wine barrel at the office that
I saw this.
Long story why I have the wine barrel, but it was at our house for a while, then it went to the office. And while my husband, being a past pro mascot, loves to do stupid stuff like that every now and then, I'm like, you are someday are going to fall and break a hip because you are 41.
Old man.
I'm almost there. Like, I feel old. Ouch, just hearing that.
It's okay. I'm 39, so.
Jen Nelson, we met in Vegas
Yes.
at Mex in February, and you and I met. And it's funny, like, I met you, Jen, and I didn't want to talk to your husband, because not in a bad way, but just because I knew I was going to interview him the next day, and I was like, well, I don't want to like just talk and then have to act like I'm going to re-talk about all this. So like I would literally just hang with Jen and just like be like, yeah, so like how's Dallas and how's being in the school district and that sort of thing. And like Nate was like taking shots. He's like, yeah, I blew $11,000 one time in Vegas. I'm like, no, I want to wait for the show to be able to tell that story. But I do want to know, we never talked about this in Vegas, and you were in the room when we did the interview.
I was.
Your actual reaction when Nate came home and said, I lost $11,000. What was the first like thought in your brain?
Let's be clear. He never came home and told me how much he lost. He came home and told me how much he came home with.
True. Which was like 3, right? Like, or
Smart
something.
man.
So I didn't know until a little bit later that he had been up quite a bit more than what he brought home.
How did this come about though? Like, how did this conversation randomly just go from like, oh, I won $3,000 to then someone telling you like, oh, but he was up 11?
Well, he told me, but honestly, it came about when I noticed some of the LeForce guys were calling him Hundo.
Oh, that's
and
right.
I had no
Yeah,
idea why. So I had to ask why. And that is how it happened. How I found out, like, well, what had happened was I had this much money, but I really only came home with this much.
It's funny, so she was in the room when we did the interview, and like it got brought back up, and Nate's telling the story, and Nate's a hell of a storyteller. I do love talking to your husband because he's just such a passionate kind of guy. So like he's telling the story, and you kind of see Jen like reliving that like moment of like, what really could we have bought with $11,000 freaking dollars?
Exactly. But again, going back to the men versus women thing, that is something that I would have been like, oh, I won $11,000. Let's put away 10 of it and only play with 1,000. The rest of the time we're here.
Yeah, that's way too smart for any guy to decide on his own.
Especially
and I was not on this trip, so I was not able to bring that into a conversation because this was a Vegas trip I was not on.
Now, are you always going on trips with him, like every single time that he goes out to a conference and stuff now, or is it only like really Vegas that you're doing? Because I know we've seen you a lot, you know.
Right. So I've only ever been to the Vegas one consistently, right? Like, due to my full-time job, I have to take off work in order to attend the conferences. So, and we only get a certain amount of days to do that. So I try not to use them all in one, like, sitting. So I kind of spread out my days off.
But she heard Vegas and she's like, nah, I'm going to that one. I will be there in
Yeah,
February.
after that trip, I had to go every time.
So you go to Vegas every year.
You got to keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Right.
He wasn't bad, though. Like, Nate was pretty tame. He went to the blackjack. He bet a couple bucks.
Let me tell you, he's gotten better, and I think it has to do with his age, if I'm being completely honest. He, like Jen, is 39. They will be 40 next year, like 7 days apart. So like the older he's gotten, believe it or not, he's gotten a little bit more responsible when it comes to that.
So
they are mellowing out.
Jen and Jen, obviously when we do the show, we do our research and figure out things that have happened in your life. And so I need to ask the both of you. So, and you may Jen Nelson I feel like knows where this question is going because she's starting to smile a little bit. I was told by a birdie that when you guys were in high school, that Jen LeForce went to prom with Nate Nelson, and Nate went to prom with Jen. Glenn went to prom with Jen, right? Do I have this correct?
No. I mean, half correct.
Partially correct.
So that's not correct. Okay, so the person that told me the story was all wrong then. So what am I missing? Am I missing the story then?
I'll let Jen Roush tell this story because it's her story to tell.
So, it's always funny.
Or Jen, if you just want to skip the question, you don't have to answer it at all. You're like, nope, next question.
It's a fantastic story, and it's really it's like an origin story for Nate being at LeForce. So it's really pretty great in that realm. So Nate always likes to joke around with people like when we're at a networking thing or Jen Nelson is with us and be like, who do you think's known each other the longest here? And it actually is Nate and I, because Nate and I both grew up in Oklahoma, and we both went to the same Baptist church camp in the summer. Okay. And we were both, shockingly, theater geeks. And so oh my gosh. At church camp, you could audition to be in the troupe that did the skits at the beginning of like services. And so I don't even know what year it would have been. It was probably 97 or 98. We both auditioned and we both got on the troupe, and we met each other that way, became friends, would see each other every summer at camp. We would always be in the troupe together and just became friends, and neither of us had serious boyfriends or girlfriends. And so we went to each other's proms with each other. We went to 2 proms. I went to 2 of his proms. He went to 2 of my proms. Or maybe it's a prom and a winter formal. Like we have a bunch of, so that's how we met. And then I'm of an age where Facebook didn't exist until I was like a junior in college. So on Facebook for a while, in a career, we moved to Dallas, and I see that Nate is in Dallas. And depending on who you ask in this story, like Nate says he reached out to me, I say I reached out to Nate. So we'll let you believe who you believe. But it was a situation. He was DJing at Buffalo Wild Wings and
Blackfin. Arlington.
Okay, sorry, Blackfin. But he did Buffalo Wild Wings, right?
He was bartending. He was bartending at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought he was DJing there. But I was like, hey, Glenn's also DJing. My husband also DJs. Like, he's starting this company. You guys should like connect. Wake up. And then they like had like a bro date at a Brahms, and literally the rest is history. Like, and now they're like best buddies, and it's just funny how life works out. But
Nate is one of those guys who I don't think like anyone can hate, and if they do, they're just mentally unstable. Because I remember like Nate, I own a business here in South Carolina, so like,
can I just say Glenn's the same way too before we get too far into this?
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying.
I don't know.
But I'm just saying like,
he's an 8. He can. I don't know. He's not as jovial.
Like an 8 out of 10?
No, like an Enneagram 8.
That was one of the questions I wanted to ask you guys.
that
Like if you knew what Enneagram you were. Does he know, Ted?
I do, but I have to
Or
ask
do
the
you
guys
know
that.
what Enneagram is?
I know what it is.
It's like a
I have
personality
no idea
test.
What number I am anymore.
So funny, we're actually going to take a personality test on the pot. And I'm just kidding, we're not.
Nah.
Yeah, we're gonna watch everyone take their Enneagram test right now. All 150 questions. Just sit here and.
Let me see ya.
Just click, click, click.
I took an Enneagram one time, and so I share the office with a photographer, videographer, and so we all did it. And they looked at mine, and they literally looked at me, and they were like, "Oh," like they almost like looked at me like almost sad for me, and I was like, "Wait, what?" And
Are
then
you
they
an 8?
read like the good part. I don't know. I like a 5 or something. I don't know. It was like the bad part was like bad. Like it was like I should just go live in the woods for
All
the
of
rest
them
of my
have
life.
a bad part.
All of them
though.
have a
There's
bad part.
negatives to all of them.
Yeah. But like Glenn's is like.
Well,
I
mine
always
was
joke
like extra bad.
How can
You
it
might be an 8.
Okay, you know what?
I know it's something bad.
So
It's
tell us what an 8 is. What is the Enneagram 8? If you can like summarize it just real quick.
Oh golly, it's so like there are people that are like they know what they want. They really don't care what you want. I always joke with people like Hitler was an 8. Like they have a tendency to be leaders. They have a tendency to be very opinionated. They're right. It's true. Like it's true.
That's so perfect though.
Like it's
the
so
fact
true.
that
Like
Jen LeForce knows that Hitler was an 8 is hilarious. Like I've done the research. Hitler's an 8.
it's like when you look at famous people.
It actually will tell you on some like websites. Yeah, it tells you like famous people on some websites, like who is like that, like where they fall.
They just have very strong personality. Like it's a strong personality, but it's a they
Like so, Elon Musk would be an 8 too then.
probably like any
he's
like
Hitler?
just because like
Okay, so I just don't know shit about shit. I'll
I
be
don't know.
honest.
Like
So
Jen and
you're gonna see-
I are both
Nelson's like, eh.
3s. Twos.
I'm a
twos.
2.
We're 2. Sorry, we're
I'm
both
a
2.
2, but I have a wing of a 3.
What is a
Yeah.
wing?
I
What
know,
is
now they're
happening?
all
in this
confused.
Okay, so
So-
a wing.
Now I have to take this next.
You do. It's really
What we're doing
fascinating
tonight, yeah.
because like I use it for like obviously my relationship with Glenn, but also my relationship with my kids too, because I know Deason 1,000% is an 8. I can tell he is Glenn. He looks like me. He's Native American like me, gets tan like me, but he is Glenn's personality to a T. And so like
So okay. Oh, so I have a good question then. So I'm in the dating world because all you guys are just happy as fuck on the Zoom right now and just glad to be with your significant others. And I'm still single. And so when I go on these dating apps, they have, is that what that is? Where they have like the Enneagram 8 or the
Enneagram.
I'm an INFG or whatever it is. So that's what that means?
Let me tell you,
Yes.
I don't know anything about dating apps because those didn't exist when I
Right?
was dating.
Same.
So I literally have no clue how those even work.
Well, I'll use your husband's face on the dating apps for me. It's working out great.
Oh,
so
well, I
far,
hope
so.
you are getting lots of chicks for that.
I
Like,
mean,
that's
they're,
awesome.
well, when I meet them in person, they're very disappointed. But at the time of the message, they're very happy.
you totally need to take it, Shorty, because it'll tell you like, and then it'd be a nice like icebreaker when you're talking to somebody.
Okay, so all right, so in the dating app, if
What's
they're
your
in,
sign?
It's
Mine?
a little bit
I'm a
like
12.
I don't know
that,
that
but more like
No, I think it's way
More in
more
depth.
intellectual.
I think it's way
than
more
what's
like
your sign.
actually like your personality. Like it almost goes back to like what your needs are and how you like to be
Sure.
loved and how you love people. Like Jen and I both being 2s, like I do have a tendency to think that it's the helper. What is the
Yes,
the
that is
8?
the helper.
What is the 8? It's
I can't remember the name for the 8 because I don't
the
know any 8s
instigator.
other than Glenn.
It's something
So-
like that.
How do you Enneagram? What is this thing called?
It
It's
starts
so
with
hard
an
to spell.
E. It's E-N.
ENE. Type ENE, and it'll
Yeah,
like.
it'll
Bro,
pull up.
I literally just spelled it INAGREMUM
Challenger.
gram, and it came up Instagram.
So
Oh,
an 8
that
is
makes
the
sense.
challenger.
Okay.
They're defined by their desire to be powerful and avoid any vulnerability.
Oh, yes. That is 100% Glenn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even married to him,
Right?
and I can tell you that.
So easy.
There's been a couple times where I've seen him on the brink of vulnerability, and then he's sort of just like, you won't see him for like 12 hours.
Yeah. He just,
You know, which is good for him because he knows that he's reaching that point.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think that's one thing, Shorty, is that you learn a lot about yourself by doing this Enneagram test.
You do.
I did it at the collective in the first one that I went to, actually where I met Glenn and Nate in Tampa. I did it there, and I was, encouraged to do it by some photographers, which was weird. But
they're all feely and artisty, and they want to know like who you are as a person.
Yeah, because they want to know how to shoot you and stuff, and especially like being in a room full of DJs where we're all like faking pretty much who we are. I'm not gonna lie, like.
Sure.
But it was definitely eye-opening.
I wouldn't say
taken
DJs are faking. It's just DJs all have. You have to have a level of ego, of strong ego, to be able to be a DJ. And so I don't know.
Yeah, but I think
necessarily
some
think
DJs take
you're
it way
faking.
too far.
Agreed.
Some DJs
I
take
agree
it too
with
far.
that.
Like there are these DJs that get in these stupid fucking DJ idea sharing pages, and they just think like that their way is the way, and that's what it is. And then I look at their profile, and it's like, dude, you have like speakers from 1996, and then you look at Glenn, who has built this like empire in Dallas. Like, sit the fuck down. Like you don't have, and I don't think Glenn has this ego. Like I follow Glenn on Instagram, and I've never gotten this like vibe where, I don't think I'd hang out with Glenn. Like there are guys that are in their industry that are very influential that I'm like, I'd shake their hand, but I would, I wouldn't want to go have a drink. Glenn, I think, is definitely one of those guys I'd love to just sit down and go, I have 5 billion questions for you. Can we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner today? So I can just go through all that.
Yeah, he'll do all that, and then he'll buy you a Nerf gun and like hide it in your luggage
real.
or something.
What was that
Wait, what?
story?
But she's
Remind
literally
me
done.
of that.
And the Pez.
Yeah, so we were at the collective this past year, and I still have it. It's literally on my nightstand. I don't know what to do with it, but I can't get rid of it. He gave me he had Mirtha,
Yeah.
like slide something to me. I forget if it was the Pez or the Nerf gun. He gave me the gift, and then I was just like walking around, and then I saw him for the first time. I was like, "You son of a bitch! I'm fucking shooting you!" Or he shot me,
Because
or
you
something
didn't know
like
who
that.
it was
But yeah,
from, right?
He just always does that stuff. Yeah, I had no idea who it was from.
He likes to have fun.
It was funny.
That's why him and Nate together
He
are
does.
By
problems.
Jen's cup she's drinking out of. That means that she's having a drink.
Yes, it does mean I'm having a drink. Yes.
Oh,
I'm having a ranch water.
I'm already one down.
Can I
Like-
educate all your audience on ranch water? Because I feel like it's my calling in life.
So good.
Wait, what is it?
So-
Ranch?
Actual
fans.
ranch water. Actual ranch water.
Not coming already pre-mixed in a can.
True,
right?
real ranch waters. Don't buy the crap in a can. That's ridiculous. It's absolute.
Kevin, you want us to be
it's
sponsored
absolute
by
crap.
Liquid Death?
I don't want to be sponsored by Liquid.
Okay, I was on Logan's episode, and he was drinking it. Is Liquid Death sparkling? I've never actually had it.
It's both. So you can
get
just
both.
regular mountain water, right?
Okay.
Which actually I prefer. I do like sparkling water, but now I'm like a Mio into sparkling water type person.
Okay.
But yeah, so mountain water, you can do the bubbly stuff, and then I think it's bubbly mango, fruit, and then like lime.
So if
stuff.
you're in a region where you can't get Topo Chico, which is a mineral sparkling water, Liquid Death sparkling could suffice. I guess.
It would work.
So ranch water is a shot of tequila, a shot of lime juice, and then Topo Chico, which is a made in Mexico sparkling mineral water. And it's just really refreshing. I actually have grapefruit juice in mine today with a little lime. And
Ooh, when she makes it with the grapefruit juice, it's so good.
tahini on the rim. I have tahini on the rim. If you
Tahini.
So good.
Oh yes,
You
that's
can't
our
beat it.
shit.
So for the people watching on YouTube, excuse me when I reach down and like lick the side of my cup before I take a drink. Apologies.
So that's actually that's verbatim how we make our margaritas. Like,
Oh yeah, like I don't drink
Is using
margaritas
that.
anymore because if you do like, oh, you mean with tahini?
no, just literally. I mean, it's
Ranch
essentially
water.
just ranch water that we
Because
drink
like
now instead
they don't
of
give you
margaritas.
this bad a hangover because you don't have all. Excuse me, you don't have all the
sweet and sour.
all the sugar.
So
That
yeah.
sweet and sour stuff is what messes you up, man.
Yeah,
Like,
don't
it's
buy
awful.
pre-mixed stuff. You can still go. So we don't squeeze limes into ours. I feel like we're on Sips and Ish right now, just talking about drinking alcohol.
Surprise
But
guest,
so we
Alex
don't
Neff on the show.
Hey, Nepa, come on in, buddy. Come here. Get over here. Oh, he's being shy, everybody. He's being really shy. He's right here, though.
Next to
I'm
you,
telling you.
It's all right, sit down.
Yeah, well, okay. We're going to pause. Teddy, freeze real quick. Because we're gonna Photoshop Nepa in right here.
I was like, what are we doing?
All right, hang on. Can you guys ask Teddy some questions because I'm gonna go get another drink.
Yes, I do have a question. So when he talks about you doing all this cooking, are you like a cook that likes to like get a recipe and buy all the things and cook, or are you like me that's like send me a home chef and then I'm gonna like suffer through cooking something? Do you enjoy it?
No, I do enjoy cooking. It kind of just depends. Like sometimes I like to look up recipes, but I feel like I never fully follow it. I always either add my own stuff or take away stuff.
You're daring.
But then like every week I have a day where I'm just like, all right, I'm going to go through the fridge, the freezer and everything. And we're just going to grab whatever's in there and throw it together.
Who taught you how to cook?
But so we also do myself, I guess.
You?
Really.
So mom, grandma didn't like, you didn't see them cook all the time or anything? Wow, that's impressive.
Nope, not at all. My mom can't cook. My dad can cook. I will.
That's good.
Maybe from my dad. My dad can cook. My mom, no.
You know,
I love
I'm
it.
like Kevin left, and I stayed silent the entire time and let you girls talk. And I'm an idea guy as well. And I think it would be dumb if the three of you did not do a show together, like the DJ's Wives podcast. Like I think there's something here because I think there are girls' wives, significant others out there that, you know, like I can't relate or Kevin can't really relate 100% to like what that's like to like be married to a DJ or engaged to a DJ because it's like we are the DJs. We don't really understand like.
Well, I can
Or being
because
married-
Teddy DJs.
Or just being married
Oh,
to
that's true.
someone, being a spouse of someone in the industry. Like take
Yes.
wife out of it. Like I know so many female photographers who have husbands who have very
Yes.
similar experiences to Jen and I's.
Where the weekends are being used, like you're away on the weekends
Yeah.
and you're not. They're missing baseball games and they're missing that sort of thing. So like, and I think that it's funny. Like we have clients that come in and we give them their price, and sometimes they look at that price and they're like, what? And I'm like, look, like you're like. For me, I'm single, whatever, I can go do it. But like, there will become a day, hopefully, where some woman decides to just like, settle down with me. And there are those moments where like, okay, well, I'm gone Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I'm not gonna be able to have brunch with you, and I have to go do this. And I don't. There are sometimes where I think clients just don't really understand that. They're like, wait, what? Like $4,500 for a wedding? What? Like, yo, like I don't want to leave the house for $800 anymore. Like I don't
It's
want
a
to.
sacrifice.
I'm not on the.
Can you
Right.
afford to leave the house for $800 anymore with gas prices
Not anymore.
these days?
No,
Because
no.
I mean,
Unless you're getting your mail.
that's unless you're getting.
All right, I'm back on empty.
Mailbox. Hang on. So actually, with you two, you have a third. Well, I mean, obviously, you've got plenty of significant others within the company. We know Justin, the DJ, has his fantastic full-time influencing girlfriend, Sky.
Yeah, Sky.
Her name is, I
Yes.
think, right?
Sky.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we know she's a pistol. I just started following her and
Yeah,
just
she's
literally
great.
learning about how he became as influential as he is because of her.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so just like, there's so many marks that you leave on us, obviously. And frankly, I just love that you two go places with them and that Teddy gets to come places with me. Like she'll be in Atlantic City this year, which is going to be fun, as well as returning to the collective this year. So, if y'all are coming out. But so you just had not only another like LeForce team member join, but obviously his entire family join as well in the Villas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So it's Mike and Lizzie and their daughters.
Daughters,
Noelle
two.
and Alyssa.
Yeah.
Yeah, daughters. They have two.
Because it was so cute, Jen. So what happened the other day? They had Alyssa was at your house.
Oh, when I had the baby.
When the
I got to
baby.
keep the baby.
This is a
Like,
great story.
Yeah.
How did it go?
So, it was wonderful because I didn't have to do anything because I have two kids. And especially Kate, Kate's always the little sister. She's not the big sister. And so she got to play the big sister. So Mike was working with Nate on it was last Friday. And Lizzie had an engagement that she needed to do with the charcuterie business that she's involved in.
Yeah, her cousin has a charcuterie business that's really successful here in town. And
so we were just chatting, and she was like, do you guys know of any great babysitters? And I said, well, Nate works on Fridays, and the girls and I usually don't do anything.
did this happen at Adult Swim?
Bring her to our house. Yeah, this was at Adult Swim. Yeah. That kind of sound. I said that to my dad the other day, and he was like,
Adult Swim? Why do you guys have such cool lives? What's going on?
I said Adult Swim. I said Adult Swim, and my dad was like, I meant Adults Only Swim, Dad. Adults only Swim. There's nothing else.
Right.
So she stayed with us like all day.
That's so awesome.
She is the happiest freaking kid on the planet. And she is adorable. She is 9 months old and didn't cry once, which in my years of motherhood, almost 11 now, did not experience that with either one of my children. There was a point in their 9-month life that they were crying. But Kate,
37 and I cry. Still.
Ate it up.
Every Friday night.
Same.
Every Friday night
you cry.
Every Friday night. I can't help it.
Every Friday. I just break down and cry.
So they don't live too far from either one of us. They're kind of in the middle of where the Roushes live and where we live. And so, it's great to have them here. We're super excited.
Yeah, I like the Mike and I have known each other for a while, just through like conferences and like obviously like when the pandemic shut down, and you girls know, like we all play Call of Duty, and it was just kind of a way to escape. So we kind of met Mike through that, and I love that Mike's able to kind of join the LeForce team. I feel like it's like a perfect fit. Like he's such a talented guy, such a nice guy. I don't really know his wife that well, but she seems very awesome as well.
Lizzie is so sweet.
So, it's funny. We called you guys on the podcast a couple shows ago.
Gosh.
You guys were on the boat.
We were on the boat.
Yes.
And we called you guys. And so Justin Reed, who is here in my market, he actually listened to, I think, that show.
Everybody take a drink.
Oh, wait. According to Bingo, we're all supposed to drink.
Yeah, you're supposed to
Mention
drink.
Justin Reed.
Right. So I'm glad you guys are up to date on the show. That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
I literally didn't know that.
Duh.
Well,
I didn't know that was one of the rules.
It's on the
I
Bingo
changed
board.
Manages your Instagram because you posted it on your Instagram, your bingo.
It's on.
Oh, Teddy
I
knows.
changed
Teddy,
the
not
bingo
Teddy. I'm
card.
trying to point over her.
Oh. When he's like, not Teddy. Don't know. She doesn't do anything.
No.
Alex Nepa actually does.
Yeah, Nepa. Can you get on this? Can you share these with me personally before you post them? Go in the kitchen.
Justin was, we were talking about it, and he was like, he's like, it's pretty awesome that you guys have that culture where you guys are all on the boat. Like you're on the boat, having fun, taking a day off because, I know the Uptown crew as well, and they're really great, but it's like, I don't know if they're on a boat every single week, hanging out. And I think
Well,
that
we're not
having
on the
that
boat
culture,
every single week. It might seem like that.
Well, no, but
We're not.
I was about to say, it may seem like it.
Yeah, it might seem
just
like
doing things outside of the office, outside the DJ world, and having that culture. I mean, I'm assuming that Glenn, that's part of, I don't want to say Glenn's like plan, but Glenn's philosophy is making sure that the employees that work for the force also enjoy their time outside of work, I would assume, right? Where the boat is like obviously fun and everyone has a good time, but it's like bonding closer with each other.
For sure. And that's one thing that we are fortunate and grateful that our team meshes as well as they do. I mean, when you have a roster of around 30 guys, you're obviously going to have people that get along better than others do. And there are obviously some that are closer. You have some OGs that like are always together. Like Mirtha is like always with us because he's the best guy ever. And just a heart of gold. I'm just going to throw that out there. Like any females listening, like the
Sweet
best
kid.
guy.
He really is.
We love him dearly.
I have goosebumps right now just hearing you talk about him because I have such a crush on him.
You should have a crush on him. He's adorable.
I do. He
He's
does
adorable.
the coolest shit. He rides a motorcycle. He has a Jeep. He has a one wheel. He's jacked.
And he's
Like-
a rowing
Virtual
instructor.
reality.
And he's a rowing
He's a
instructor.
rowing
He's
instructor
a rowing
now.
instructor.
Yeah.
It's like the worst
And-
exercise ever.
And a really effing good DJ.
And
So
just a good DJ too.
just a heart of gold. But so we have like a bunch of people do have that. There's camaraderie on our team for the most part, and everybody kind of steps up. And there is when Glenn talks to the guys about how we run our company and how we do our company, it's they hunt as a pack. Like we talk about them being there for each other, and it rarely happens that something goes down where someone can't make one of their events. But all those guys know that if anything were to happen, somebody's going to step up and be able, like, not like happen like, oh, I don't want to do my event, but like, I mean, serious stuff like that. It rarely happens. And that's a nice thing to tell clients. But we do have the example of Ed Petty's son went into septic shock, and it was very touch and go, like if he was going to even survive. And it was when Truett was due. No, Deason was due. I can't remember. I was about to have a baby. I think it was Truett.
Yeah. I was at a bachelorette party that weekend.
Yeah, and Glenn had taken off that weekend because it was so close to the kiddo being born. And so it was one of those things where our team knows that if, God forbid, you have a horrible emergency in your life, that you have team members that can step up and will do they might not be the personality or the person that you booked, but they're going to get the DJ experience that they booked with LeForce. So and I think that helps with the camaraderie side, that they know that they all have each other's backs. And so that gives just a baseline for relationship and community. We kind of consider ourselves a little family, but it's tough. But it's also like a family where nothing's ever come to blows with people in our group, but they get spicy with each other, and sometimes in the office have to be like, stop it. Mama Roush is gonna have to step in, but I think that's what I think that's what Ed called me.
Like, do you ladies got to step in and kind of like divide the tides a little bit sometimes? Then I'm guessing, right?
She probably has to do it more than me, since she's actually around all of them more. Right. I get sometimes the tail end of it, and then sometimes I'll text her and I'll be like, okay, what happened? Because I've heard a story.
But again,
that can be super important to be that like third party, like to come in late and be like, all right, facts.
Right.
Here's what I think.
Yep.
Too. So.
And it goes back to the ego thing. When you put 30 guys in a bucket together who all are talented and performers and have egos, they're going to butt heads. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I think that we're able to speak to them and say, like, you realize you're not getting along because you're the same person, right? We understand this. Like, and so that's helpful in that way. I mean, Jen can probably speak more to the community side with, like, because Nate's friends with because Glenn's boss man, so it's not like he can be super close with all the guys. Nate's closer with more of them probably than Glenn is, but
I feel like Nate probably sometimes like fields a lot of the like maybe issues that someone may have with someone else, so like he's like the sounding board, and we'll be like, okay, here's what I think you should do, or let's talk about this. So that's probably a side that Nate gets that Glenn doesn't get.
Well, that's really big. So, like at the DJ Collective, I'm sorry, Shorty. I know you want to talk, bro. Wow. I know. I'm sorry. I just keep cutting you off, and I feel bad doing it. But Nate, Mike, and I were the three presenters at the DJ Collective on being like a number 2 in a company, and I think that was like one of the biggest things is like we end up dealing with a lot of stuff that just frankly the position of the leader cannot. Just that's not their bag. Like Glenn cannot be the guy that tries to step in and be friends with 2 people sitting at a table together. That is Nate's role. Glenn's got to come in and drop the hammer down when it's like, all right, guys, time to clean the fuck up and let's figure this problem out. Like he'll have to be that guy. But Glenn said something super amazing when we were there. When we went in to get drinks at one point, and it was just me, Teddy, and Glenn, and we were in the car. And he was just like, I I have never told these guys that they are going to make $1 million a year. I have shown them what I get. This is the best you can do, but what I have, I'm going to share with you. And we're going to all be just this one crazy family together that just gets to share all of this. Because frankly, you're making me money. I'm making you money. Let's just do it all together. And like, I love Nate and Glenn and everything that they lead through by example, which is like my biggest thing is like, just show people how to do it and they'll do it, So those guys are.
Well, we love you too, Kevin. I love you too, Shorty, but I've never met you in person, but I'm excited to. I don't know.
Okay.
Have I met you in person, Shorty? I don't think we've met.
I don't think we have.
I don't think so, Jen, because you haven't.
I haven't been to Vegas in a
you
hot
and
minute.
You and I used to go to Vegas together. We'd go too, and I think the last 2 years.
Did you see that memory pop up of us in our What Happens in Vegas shirts?
Yes, I did.
It was like 3 days
I see
ago.
all of our memories.
Oh my God, you two are adorable.
No, seriously. She made us shirts.
I made shirts.
She made us shirts. What Happens in Vegas, and that was the year that Alice went, right?
Yes. Alice is Glenn's mother, and she is the luckiest lady. I don't even know.
Y'all.
I sat next to her at a penny slot machine in. I think we were downtown. We weren't on.
We did go to downtown that trip. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we went downtown that trip, and I sat next to her in a penny slot while Nate was on the tables. And I'm not a big gambler like he is. I will gamble, but like I like to play the slots so I can just kind of sit there, and then when the waitresses come around, they bring me a drink, and then I sit there some more. And so I was playing the penny slots, and I'm pretty sure I walked out of that casino from the penny slots with like $600, all because Alice was sitting next to me. It had nothing to do with anything else. Alice is just a lucky lady.
She's
I don't know.
so lucky. So Glenn was raised by his paternal grandparents. They adopted him when he was, I think, 9 years old. He calls him mom and dad. His dad's no longer with us, but his mom still is. She's, I think, 87 years old. That woman.
And she's fabulous.
Is the most like, I hit the mother-in-law jackpot. Like, she is the sweetest, kindest, most fun lady on the face of the planet. Growing up in a very strict Southern Baptist household, I literally, a month ago, messaged her and was like, hey, Nace is doing a drag bingo. Would you want to come? Because homegirl used to go to Vegas all the time with her next door neighbor, Pat, to go do the bingo tournaments. She won, her and Pat won $20K at a bingo tournament in like the mid-90s.
What?
That's
I bet she held on to
lucky lady.
right now.
$20,000.
I bet she held on to it. Nate Nelson.
Oh, she did. She did, because she is thrifty. And so I messaged her, hey, you want to come to drag bingo? And she was like, absolutely. So I took my 87-year-old mother-in-law to Nace drag bingo, and she had the drag queens loved her. Like, every single one came over to her during the performances. She took Jello shots with me. My mother-in-law, not the drag queen. Like,
is that why your nickname is Jello?
No, that's not why my nickname is Jello. But
Whoa.
that's a good idea, though.
And like casually slide.
Because I do make a good Jello shot, but
she makes a mean Jello shot.
I make a mean Jello shot, but
I call Teddi Burrito. That's my
It's perfect.
Well,
everybody's named after food.
But like, yeah. So Alice went to Vegas. So there was one year we were going to Vegas for what's the conference in Vegas? Or at
It
least
used to be Mobile Beat.
Mobile Beat.
Yeah, now it's DJ
Mex,
something else.
MEX.
I don't know.
Mex.
Whatever it is.
Mobile
Mex.
Entertainment
Yes,
Expo.
Mex.
Yeah.
So she one year Glenn was like, "Mom, you want to go with us?" And she went with us and toted around with all with the DJs. She loved it. It's like she's the most, and she is truly the most lucky person. And Glenn always jokes, he's like, "I didn't get that from her." He's like, not lucky, not good at gambling. But our 8-year-old, he's so lucky, it's stupid. Like, we were taking a walk one time, like to the playground. He found a $20 bill on the ground. I'm like, what?
Nate Nelson is the only one that's just bad with money. Like, he finds money and just throws it away. That's
He's
the only person.
bad with money. He just gets caught up in gambling.
Anymore.
Yeah.
He gets caught up
He's
in
like-
gambling.
I monitor. And
Dude,
it's not legal in Texas to gamble.
We were
So
in
you have to
Vegas.
drive to Oklahoma to do such a thing, and that's about an hour and a half away. But like, he knows better.
Why are you making that
So
face,
he passes
Kevin?
it by me first.
I know Tony has gone to Oklahoma recently.
So Nate did take Tony to Oklahoma because he had never been to Choctaw.
To gamble.
I believe Glenn went as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the night and Justin went with them too.
Yes, Justin did go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of those where I was like,
So
I don't know if this is the best I don't know if this is the best idea, Glenn. Maybe they still went.
Yeah,
They still went.
Pause.
Come back down.
They still went.
Alex, get out of here. We told you to go to the kitchen. Sorry.
Go work on the Instagram planily. Come on, Alex.
All right, so Shorty,
Yes.
talk
Kevin.
please.
Yes.
No, I just
want
want
you
to
to
switch
say-
gears.
want
Shorty,
you to
what
say
questions do you have for us?
Oh, it was 7,000. Again, we do our research here in the show.
Let's
So what we
start
do is
with
what the best
number-
show. It's the best radio show podcast you'll ever listen to. So I got some direct messages about you girls,
Oh, boy.
and all it had
About
was just
us?
all it had was just words, and I guess
No.
you guys can fill in the blanks. I was just told, just say this. You guys can figure this out.
No.
So what is brunette and bougie?
Oh, that's us.
That's us.
We're brunette
okay,
and
so it's your
bougie.
nickname.
Brunette and bougie. And
I actually
they're
made
gonna-
us shirts one year. We do have shirts. We will wear them together when we go to Mexico. We're going to take a picture on the beach in them. But yeah, I mean, she's brunette. I'm brunette. I mean, kind of. Got a little blonde there.
So-
But for the most part,
Yeah.
brunette.
So the podcast is the Brunette and Bougie podcast with Teddy Bear.
DJ High Teddy Bear. Yeah,
DJ,
yeah.
I
what
like
did I
it.
say? Oh, Teddy Bear.
I
DJ
like
High
it.
Teddy.
love it.
Okay, so the other one I got was the Jens, which I feel like is kind of just self-explanatory. You guys are the
Right.
Jens. The last one, I'm a little nervous to ask this last phrase that I was given. Again,
Tread
direct
carefully.
Do
messages,
it.
Carefully. Tread carefully.
here, but I'm just going to say it just because again, the show we're just completely straightforward and honest. I got this just phrase. You guys can figure this out. Have you seen my vagina?
Oh, shit.
That's all. I got the direct message.
Damn you,
That's
Nate
all I
Nelson.
got.
That was Nate Nelson.
That has
that
to be
sent
Nate.
It
Other than
had
that
to
has
be
to
Nate.
because
Confirmed
Glenn
there's
was
a
not with
literally-
us.
Literally, or my husband. One of the two.
He
Because
wasn't
he
with
would-
us. It was Matt Murtha.
But he's heard the story.
I
my God.
listen,
Oh, well,
ladies. You are all wonderful. I cannot tell my sources of where I get my information from. I was told to just ask what
Journalistic
that was about.
integrity right here. I
Process
love it. I love
of
it.
elimination.
Yes, 100%.
Oh.
And neither are going to tell the story. I'm like, okay, so the story is
Again,
Should
it's
we-
not.
Ooh.
It's
When
not my
was-
story to tell. I just was there.
When was that, Jen?
Well, then it's almost the best person.
Okay,
to tell the
so
story.
it was before we had the boat.
Before we
it
had
was when you
Riri.
guys still had the boat club.
So we call her our
So
boat's
that-
our boat's name is Riri because she's
Riri.
black and not that sounded bad. She's the color of the boat is black.
She shines bright like a
Cut that out.
diamond,
We'll
Jen.
cut that. We'll cut that. We'll cut that. We'll cut that.
Okay,
Riri
our
shines
boat
bright like a
is
diamond.
black and silver sparkle, and so we call her. Her name is Rihanna, and we call her Riri because she shines bright like a diamond. She sparkles. Her name's Riri, so we call her Riri. But it was it boat club.
Yeah, it was boat club.
So we used to have a boat membership. I don't know if they have them in the Carolinas, and I don't know if they have them where Kevin, your PA,
We have yacht
yeah?
clubs.
Yacht club. Well, it's
But like,
Well,
can you
the
rent
New
a boat
England
though?
stuff.
yeah,
If
but
you think
can-
New England, then we know
well,
that.
they have them in New England. So there's like Freedom Boat Club, and what was ours called? Oh my
It's
gosh.
basically like a rich white person's VFW.
Oh, no, this one you
this
rent
is not
boats.
a yacht club. This is like you have
no.
a membership
Okay.
and you can rent boat. Like you pay a monthly membership and you can reserve boats to take out on the lake.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we don't have that. No. I don't
Yeah,
think we do.
so I mean, you might have one. Like if you have a decent sized lake, if you have a decent sized lakes around you, usually they're there. But we did that for several years, and so it was really easy pre-pandemic to like get reservations and just pop out on. You could go in the morning or the afternoon, and you could rent whatever boat you wanted. You could rent a pontoon boat, you could rent a speedboat, you could rent a wake surf boat, whatever. That's how the guys got into wake surfing, and so. We had been out on the boat all day long, drinking, as you do on a boat, and
No kids.
no kids.
No kids.
And
Kid
we
free.
stopped to have dinner. Like we don't even
Yes.
do that anymore. I'm like, how in the world do we have time or babysitters to stop and have dinner? I have no clue.
No.
But we stopped and had dinner at like an Applebee's.
Bone
or
Daddy's?
Was it Bone Daddy's? That would make the story even better. There's a place called Bone Daddy's that's a little bit like if Hooters was a barbecue joint.
I love this.
So if Hooters was like a barbecue joint, that's Bone Daddy's. So we stopped at Bone Daddy's. Was Glenn with us?
That's what the girls
wasn't.
call
I think
Bone
it was
Daddies.
just you and myself and
Matt and Nate
and Matt Murtha.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe Glenn came home to the. I don't know. Who had your children?
Probably my mother. If it was late, they probably just spent the night with her.
Neither here nor there.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
God, we need to have Murtha on to uncover so much of this.
Wealth of knowledge, Murtha. Wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
So I had probably been overserved on the boat. We can just assume that. And as we were going into the Bone Daddies, I was like, oh, I need my wallet or whatever to get a margarita. Like I needed more to drink that night. And I was like, I'm going to need it for a night. Or maybe he said, you'll need your ID. And I was like,
I think we were checking with everyone at that point. I think so. I think either Matt or
yeah,
Nate
it was
said,
like, do you have
"Did
your
I
IDs?
have their IDs?
And I
don't
was
know.
like, I don't need an ID.
Have you seen
my
vagina?
And
Oh my god.
Nepa, come back in here. You got to hear this shit, dude. Get in here.
again, LeForce might have been overserved. Might have not had any filters whatsoever at all at that point. So yeah. Have you seen my vagina? Because at that point I had 2 children, and it's just like, have you seen my vagina?
We got it. We got it. Thank
Just
you.
clarity. Are we
Thank you.
clear? Are we clear on why that I'm old? I'm old?
Maybe
Yeah.
take us around the block one more time and just tell us why you would say that.
What was the restaurant name again? Just one more time.
A Bone Daddy's? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
B-O-N-E
Bone Daddies.
space,
Have you
D-A-D-Y.
seen my vagina at Bone Daddies?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
That sounds like the next
I can't believe.
summer flick. You know,
I'm
have
gonna-
you seen my vagina?
I'm going
at
to
Bone
strangle
Daddies?
both Glenn and Nate next time I see them.
I know, since we don't know who
Listen,
did it, but I think I know.
I can
gonna guess
neither
it's Nate.
confirm nor deny who said what or what happened. All messages have been deleted. So
Deleting the evidence.
I'll find out for you.
we dig deep here.
I'll
on the
tell you. It
podcast.
was
I'm gonna
Nate.
have to go.
Guaranteed.
We already knew.
I'm gonna have to go like delete my Instagram story and be like, I wasn't on a podcast. I don't know who. Like,
Please don't go listen.
please,
don't go
maybe
listen.
don't listen.
I think this is already winding up to probably be like our most listened.
Yeah,
I
you
just
girls are-
think I'm gonna word the title. I'm gonna do my research on this shit. Like we are gonna bang this one out. It
The
might come out
title-
early.
Yeah, we
Just
are.
because.
the title of the
boy.
podcast.
Oh, are
is-
we? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
The
are.
title of the podcast is going to be "Have You Seen My Vagina?" That's
No,
the title of it.
no, please don't
That's
do
where
that.
we start.
Don't do that.
All right. Well, since we're talking about your vaginas, talk about your kids.
Oh God.
Kevin.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, mine were both born via C-section, so that might kind of delete my earlier comment, but you know, whatever.
Mine were not.
Jen's were
Mine
not.
were natural.
Well, wait, hang on. I don't want to talk about this part. I just
You
want
just
to talk about your
asked.
amazing
Yeah, you did
children.
ask.
No, just talk about your kids. Like you both have amazing children, and you're obviously both amazing people. So I think that it stems very much from your teachings and whatever else you have to say in this coming segment. So go.
I'll let you go first, Nelson.
Well, okay. So we have 2 girls. Molly is 10. She will be 11 in September. And she will also be taller than me before the end of the year. There's no denying that.
She
at
wears
all.
a bigger shoe than I do.
Cool,
She
a
and I can
12-year-old
share
is taller
clothes.
than I am.
Yeah, she and I can share clothes and shoes. I wear a size 10 in women's. So if that tells you anything. She's just, I don't know. She is very creative, super smart. She has been really into, bracelet making these days. I don't know. Jen has some. So see,
have
she
some
makes
too.
bracelets.
The last one
Yeah,
she made me
she makes
stretched out. I'm so sad.
She takes orders.
I would like to order one.
She
Oh,
does.
really?
She takes orders,
Please.
and she's really good at packaging them as well. Like she's a little entrepreneur.
So cute.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. So she'll be going into 5th grade this year. This will be her last year in elementary school, and I'm a little sad.
And she sings in choir.
I'm not ready for middle school girl drama.
Just send her to
And
me.
Kate. Oh, Kate.
Sweet Kate.
So Kate just turned 7 in June. She'll be in 2nd grade this year. And she is our little, like, Spitfire. I call her my Texas tornado because that is her in a nutshell. She is the funniest kid. I mean, I don't know. Both of them have a lot of Nate's personality. If that tells you also anything about our children.
No, please explain some more about Nate's personality.
They love being the center of attention.
Nate likes to be the
They
center
love
of attention?
performing. I mean, both artists. They both love to draw. Kate, I have started a photo album in my phone called Kate's Creations, and she makes things out of Play-Doh. She takes pictures of them and she sends them to me, and I'm going to create like a little like Snapchat book or whatever they are. I don't even know whatever they're called. That you get, like you can chat books. That's it.
That's a thing?
I'm
like
going to...
Snapchat thing?
No, not Snapchat.
I mean, like it's not... I said Snapchat because that's the first thing I thought of. It's... you can take your pictures from like Instagram. You can also take your pictures from your phone and you just make a book out of it. So rather than keeping all 900 creations that she makes, we can take pictures of them and put them in a book, and she'll have them forever to look at. So
Awesome.
Not fun.
So wait, what's the bracelet website called? So we can order some bracelets. I want to order one.
no website, but she is definitely pushing me for like a photo album on Facebook to advertise for her. So I need her to like make some mock-ups, and I'll like make a little Facebook album and we'll sell them. As for
Let us know.
We'll
plug it here every single week.
She
will
takes
sell
custom
bracelets.
orders. Like she made me one to wear to Mexico. I said I wanted tropical colors, so she made me a tropical color one. Yeah.
Can I get one?
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah,
Now we're
I'll
talking.
I'll tell her, Jen.
I want one.
I'll tell her. We can have matching
I
ones.
want matching ones. And I am
I
like,
could throw up.
and Molly, and I was so impressed. Like, I've never seen it until the other day. And Molly has like really good problem solving skills. She gets that from you though.
Yeah, for sure.
Like she was like on the boat, she figured out something for the boys, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty smart, little sister. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
She's super helpful. Like when we are all together as families, like when the Nelsons and the Roushes are together, she's super helpful with all of the younger ones.
Literally
So,
pay her, be like, I will give you $5 at the end of the night if
Yeah,
no one comes
we
in
do.
this room for 2 hours.
we do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and
Here's
I'll double that.
popcorn.
Because so that's
And
basically what she did the entire time that Teddy and I
Yeah.
were there was, and you could see it. She was just like,
I'll take the money.
Yeah.
all right, I guess I'm a kid. I want to be an adult, but
She
I guess I'm a
really
kid.
wants to hang out with the adults real bad. She does.
And now we're
and she
all
can.
adults. Now we're all adults. We're like, God, I just want to be a fucking kid again. Just wanna
Right.
Just like,
Listen, I was
Yeah.
an
have
only child,
responsibilities.
so I get the wanting to be around adults all the time because as an only child, like I didn't have anybody but adults to hang out with. I have siblings, but they are 24 years younger than me. So I didn't.
Whoa!
Yeah, I have two.
Holy shit!
I have two half brothers. So, yeah. So I never lived with siblings. So I totally get wanting to be like with the adults.
Yeah,
But there's sometimes that she needs to go the other room.
for sure. Yeah, stay young. You know,
Yeah.
stay young. We
You
actually
are not a part of this
when
conversation,
we visit.
Molly. You can leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She tries,
when
man.
we came to
she
visit,
tries to be sneaky too.
Yeah,
She does.
she's good. She is good. She's super mature for just her age in general. But you know,
Because how
I do
tall is
remember
she,
like when
Jen?
we were there.
Well, so I'm 5'6". I would say she's only about an inch shorter than me.
She's as
maybe
tall as me.
an inch and a half.
Like, and that's for people who don't
she's
have
pretty tall.
children. That's exceptionally tall for a 10-year-old. Like exceptionally tall. Like, I mean, not
we get,
shocking.
We get questioned a lot.
Yeah.
We get questioned a lot. Like we went to the CC's buffet the other day, and we're like, we need 2 kids and 2 adults.
what are all
And they
these
look at Molly.
restaurants you guys mentioned that we don't even know what they are?
CC's?
CC's?
No,
You don't
it's
know
a
what
pizza
CC's
buffet.
is? Oh my god, dude!
It's a
No,
pizza
what is
buffet.
CC's is legendary.
It's a
What is
pizza
this?
buffet.
You know what
Oh, it's like
CC's
a
is?
pizza
Oh, I don't do
buffet.
buffets. Nah, the whole
Teddy's
sneezing
like,
and
"Ugh."
stuff
What
and the
is?
food. No.
It was
Well-
the town that I used to live in. We had one. Yeah.
So we said 2 kids, 2 adults. they look at Molly, then they look at us, then they look at Molly again, and we're like, she's 10. And she looks at us again, and I'm like, I promise. So I kind of feel like maybe we need
her ID, but
I know. I'm like, do I need to carry her birth certificate with me everywhere?
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm going to be very fascinated to see how tall she ends up being.
Well, when they do the whole thing at their 2-year checkup, they take their height and they double it. Both of my children could potentially be over 6 feet tall.
How tall is Nate?
My children are going to be lucky to hit 5'10".
Nate is 6'6". Yeah. So he's like a whole foot taller than me. So.
Yeah, I saw it when I met Nate in Vegas. Like, this is literally me. Just like talking to Nate like
That's
this.
most people next to someone that's 6'6".
Yeah.
Well, his mother, my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law are both also very tall, 5'10", 5'9". So.
God, I wish my parents were taller. Man, they fucked up, man. I don't know how, I'm 5'7". I'm like a short Robert De Niro. That's just all I'm worth is just this.
That's
That's
pretty
not
cool.
short. That's not short.
5'7" not short.
5'7's pretty
5'7's
average.
pretty short. Yeah, but here's the thing.
I'm
So
5'7".
on these dating apps, and I'm gonna go through this whole. Since you've gotten, you guys are all married, happy. You got the whole fucking life going. I'm gonna roll through this whole thing of the dating app for you. On these bios, these girls are getting like bold. They're like, no guys under 5'8", no short.
Well, then you
guys.
don't want
I'm
a person that cares about the height of you.
Absolutely.
Easy no, bro.
But I mean, at least,
no.
at least they're being honest. I got to give him that. Like, hey, you don't want a guy, 5'8", 100%. Glad you're being honest. Understand that. But
Here's my
5'7",
question.
Tell me.
The women that are saying that short guys are out of the question.
Yeah.
Are they in their 20s? Because women in their 20s care more about that kind of stuff.
Here's the weird thing.
What's your range?
South Carolina girls are really weird. They're really weird. I'm starting to understand, when I go to other parts of the country, I start to kind of hate living in the South Carolina just because the girls, I don't know what it is, man, but what makes them weird?
What about it is weird?
The 5'8" thing is kind of weird. Like, why would you even, you're 5'4", shut the fuck up. You're 5'4". I'm 5'7", I'm taller, it's going to be fine, right?
Right.
It's cool, but
you can't wear heels, but fine.
Or if you do, then you're 5'7", and then we're just right here, right? We're just right here, right? Which is fine.
I'm even with Glenn when I wear heels.
How tall is Glenn?
5'9" on a good day.
Oh, he's such an attractive, tall, handsome man. Honey, all of you. If
I'm
my
much taller
dad
than
could have just been 2 more inches,
really?
just 2 more. I could have been 5'9". It'd have been perfect. I'd have been okay.
Wait, hang
with
on.
5'9".
Let's do this.
Glenn still complains about how short he is, so I don't think it matters. Yeah, let's see.
We're gonna do back to back.
Okay, we're gonna determine who's taller.
You gotta get
What kind of shoes are you
I can
wearing?
almost guarantee
Teddi
both of us
taller?
are not wearing shoes. I'm wearing
Barefoot.
socks currently.
Are you in no shoes?
Do I have
in
to
your
take
home,
my socks
people?
off?
No.
I'm gonna
Did you
move
say
the
you have to
camera
take
in a
off your
second.
socks?
I don't know. Is that
She
like
cares.
something that
She
needs
cares,
to be
obviously.
measured? I also care. I want
Teddy,
this
you
to be
don't
accurate.
have
So hold
shoes
up.
on.
Neither of us have.
I mean,
shoes
y'all
on.
don't even have to stand back to back. And
This
I
is
can
so
we
great.
can
This
Yeah,
is
you
so
can
great
tell,
for
right?
radio. This is so great for radio.
God. There's video. Something just broke.
Kevin's taller.
I mean,
Kevin is
he's
taller.
taller, but
You guys
But
need to
I
look
mean-
forward.
Taller.
You're looking up.
his hair looks
Yeah.
his hair looks fluffy.
Look forward. Yeah, Kevin's
is
taller.
Kevin is
By like a
Kevin's being
smidge.
restrained by his headphone cord. He's like,
Unless I put heels on, then he's.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
put
yeah.
heels
Put
on.
heels on.
So for the wedding, are you going
That's
to wear
fine.
heels, Teddy?
No, I hate wearing heels.
Good. Perfect. That'll be
What
great.
wedding?
Not that it matters.
the
What
one
wedding?
you're having.
What wedding?
What do you mean? What
Made a drink.
wedding? The
Oh, a
one you're
treat
having.
for me.
Yeah, in like 5 years.
What is this?
In 5 years.
A
No,
new
come
Nutella cookie.
on.
My
Let's
kids
have
just
it.
brought me. My kids
Oh, we've
just
got
brought
the
me
kids here.
something.
Hi, Kate.
Hi, Kate.
You wave hi.
Hi. Oh my God. Hi, girls. They can't hear us.
No, they can't hear you.
Oh,
They
my
made me
God.
a
They look
Nutella cookie.
great.
Did you guys do this by yourself?
Daddy helped us.
Oh, good. Daddy helped. Thank you. Oh, Lord.
Oh.
They made me a
Yeah.
Nutella. It's a Nutella cookie.
Oh, yummy.
Oh,
What?
I'm not getting snacks. Glenn just took the children and left.
Wait, hold up.
Your kids aren't quite. Look.
Aww.
So Molly actually made
Molly
us
said that's the
pose
picture
for
I
these.
took. She's a great photographer. I forgot to add that
She's so
part.
good at everything. Both
Yeah.
of your kids are so good at
know.
everything. It's so frustrating.
Why is it frustrating?
Can I have it?
Because I'm good at nothing.
Says the man who runs
you want me to try it? Okay, she
Kevin,
wants me to try
Kevin,
this.
now you're sounding like me, Kevin. Come on, you can't talk like that.
Humility is my finest asset. I will say that.
Okay, but look at
Look at
we diverted. But okay, Shorty, you were
Yes, we
telling
did.
us about
LeForce.
dating.
Sure.
It's a secret.
It is a secret.
secret.
The whole
They're not
dating
gonna tell me
world
what's
is a
in it.
big secret, and I don't know what the answer
Your
is.
dating life is a big secret. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, so tell
Here's
us.
the thing.
So they're really picky with what they're looking for. What's
I
your
shouldn't
age
say
range?
all.
Or is it too much for me to ask what age range
You're
you're
fine.
asking for?
Like 30
Asking
and
for
up.
is obviously I'm
30
completely ignorant.
No, you're good. 30 to 40 is
30
what
and
was on my my
Okay,
little
okay, so
thing.
you're not
So,
pulling
I'm
in
37.
like 26-year-olds who are like, meh.
No, I'm done.
No offense if you're
No.
26, Teddy. Sorry.
But no, but it's
Oh, she had to think about that though. Did you see her face? She's like, wait, am I 26?
No, I'm about to be 28, so we're good.
Okay, you're good.
but also Kevin is not.
That means you're
almost
getting
40.
old
Like,
when you
he's-
have
so,
to calculate how old you are.
So 30 to 40 is the range. So like
Okay.
I'm in that like I want an adult like that has at least half their shit together. Like half of it's fine or crap together. Sorry, the kids.
Reasonable.
They can't
Oh, I
hear
guess-
you.
oh, they can't hear me. Oh, sorry, I forgot.
No.
And I shouldn't say all. I shouldn't say all women are like this because that's putting them into a barrel and that's unfair. And I understand it. Fine, whatever. But a lot of them are in the South, in South Carolina. I don't know how it is in Dallas or whatever, but it's, it's the South. They want their good old boy with the blue jeans and driving a truck and
They want a
that's
country
just
boy?
how it is here.
They want a
start
country
driving
boy?
a truck, bro. What the?
Do I need to buy you some belt buckles? Like, what do you need?
No,
I was about to say, like, what? That sounds like a country boy.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
how it is here. Like, if you go,
Just
like,
some
in the
good
city,
old boy.
They want a
That's
jacked up truck
right.
with
If you go
a
anywhere-
white tee and a cowboy hat. Is that what they want?
Meaning no harm.
they want
Okay,
Bo
well-
and Luke Duke. Like, that's what I feel like they want here.
Then you're looking in the wrong place.
I was gonna say, I
Well,
feel like you're
then I
looking
need
in
to
the wrong
move.
spot then. But I mean, are you
Well-
on like the girl? What's the one that's the girl one? The hint. What's the
Bumble.
one where the girl
Bumble.
has to ask? Bumble.
Listen,
Bumble?
LaForce, girl.
Bumble.
I can school you on all of them. I mean, Tinder.
Are you
I don't get on
experiencing the
much
same
just
thing
'cause I
across
think-
the board? On all of them? I'm so fascinated. Sorry.
Look
Yeah,
at
no, it's
LaForce
fine.
going
She's
full
like, I'm
problem
fascinated.
solving right
No,
now.
it's
She's
so
like, I'm
true.
ready to solve this.
I will.
That's the Enneagram too. She's the helper.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure
yeah,
out how to help.
trying to
you.
help.
Probably. Here's the real thing. I'm gonna be honest with everybody here on the show.
Hit us.
Is that you got to get matches in order to like have these conversations. And so a couple things happen. You'll match with a girl, especially on Bumble. That's kind of the one that I gravitate toward the most because it's the more mature one. They're not looking for just to dick down somebody and roll through, right? They want an actual relationship, and that's what I'm here for. I'm not looking to what?
You said dick down and they lost it. And they lost it. They just can't hang. It's fine. We have
LaForce
some
knows
junior
dick
high
down in
kids.
Dallas.
Oh yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
song.
Teddy cracks
What?
first.
But wait, why are they dicking you down? I'm confused.
That's sort of where I start to get confused. Is what sort
Are
of
you sure you're on the women's side?
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Listen.
No.
Oh my god.
Moving on.
He can't breathe. Sponsored by GamerFuel.com.
Oh, God, I love you guys. So a few things happen. Is you'll get the match, and so on Bumble, yes, please flash your code. You'll get the match. The girl has to respond. The girl has to open up the message first. I can't message or anything. So what's weird is that these girls were like, okay, we matched. Cool. Awesome. You're cute. You look like you got your shit together. And then you have 24 hours to respond. And if they don't respond, it goes away. And that happens a lot. Where like these, and here's what I understand. If you're on the app and you've swiped and you're like, it's a match, yo, just say hello. Or, I don't need anything like, I don't need some kind of dad joke. No offense, Kevin. I just need like hey, what's up? How's your day? I don't need anything drastic. Does that make sense, LeForce?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't need like this over Harvard response in my inbox. I just need like a just give me something to get the conversation started.
Right.
And then the other thing is that here, and I'll just be very blunt about it, is that where we're all having a conversation, we all can have a conversation and talk. We've been going for an hour and a half now. And I know I can do that. I know I can sit down and have a conversation. And, you know, when I was in the clubs, like, that's where I met my girlfriends. And yes, that's where it happened. But, like, I could talk. And that's where they kind of fell in love with. Like, he can have a conversation. Sure, he looks a little Harry Potterish, but we can deal with that, right? So, these girls,
Not how I
LeForce,
would define
are like...
you, but okay.
No.
We know how you view yourself. So, continue.
Yes.
You've listened to the show enough, you know, yeah. So... The other thing is
Confidence, Shorty. Confidence.
They don't know how to talk. They really don't. Like I'll ask a legit question or something, and I'll get yep, nope, cool. And
Are
so
you
at that
asking
point, I just
open-ended
unmatch. I'm like, this is just boring.
Are you asking?
No. I'm
open-ended
asking like
questions?
legit. No.
If they can answer in
I'm
one
pretty
word,
good
you're
with
not
questions.
asking open-ended questions.
Or maybe yep and nope is wrong, but like just 3 words or 4 words.
It's not
Like,
deep.
Right. I'm not looking for just like
You're not
'cause
having
then
good
you're boring.
banter.
Right. You're just fucking boring. And then I'm just like the other night, something happened and the girl was back and forth. It was like 4 and 5 words. And then and she's like 33 and she used, and this is very judgmental, but instead of Y-O-U-R, she used U and then R. And I was like, nope, this isn't happening. I just like,
That would
not
be,
doing that one.
I would
so
nix
it's
that too.
100%.
Pet
It's
peeve right here. I can't stand that.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
also...
easy grammar Nazi over there.
Listen, South Carolina is 45th in the nation in education, so I mean,
I hate to
shooting at
tell
the-
you, but Texas is very low as well,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
But man,
So.
Dallas, Texas girls are just fucking beautiful. So maybe I just need to come to Dallas, Texas, and
Maybe you should.
I don't know. Is Glenn hiring? I'll just pack up shop and I'll come work for you guys.
Bro, if you pitch a good employee, then anybody's hiring.
That's true.
Listen, I would definitely work for LeForce if I was moving to Dallas. I'm glad Mike had the opportunity to move from California to where he's at. I will keep you guys in tune with my dating life. And LeForce, if you have any other questions, I'm happy to ask them. Or
It's just
answer.
so fascinating to me. I'm sorry that you're having a hard time finding someone that has good banter with you, though.
They brought me
Well, yeah, it's yes. That's just how I'll answer
It's
it.
hard.
Like it's
It sounds like you
but
need more of
it's-
a dating service than you need an app. It sounds like you would do better in person with people, like
Absolutely.
because like I feel like I'm like now my job is like to figure out to find someone to set you up on blind dates with because you just need
Sure.
to meet someone. Because like if I had had to do because I'm one of those people. I think you might be an Enneagram 8 because Glenn will send me these big long texts and I'll be like, cool. Like I'm bad. I am not verbose via text, and he is because I don't know if it's his ADHD or whatever, but he can
sure.
type a ton, and I can't. I have to talk it. Like I have to speak the words. I will talk your ear off, but
In a text, you're just like, yeah, cool.
in a text, I'm like,
blah, blah.
cool, yeah, love you too.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
mean,
the
which is
opposite.
totally. Which I'm not asking for, like, you know, paragraph and books every single time they respond, right? That's
Right.
That's because then that
But
also
like at least a
gets-
full sentence, like a complete sentence
Yeah.
would be nice.
And YOUR compared to
words.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
YOUR.
correct grammar is very important.
I
That
can't
would be
handle
nice.
shortening in text. It drives me crazy.
Well, no, it's just the incorrect use of your, and it's that is one of the biggest ones. Listen,
Well, and your, like you are.
yeah,
and
your, the incorrect
yeah.
use of the word your. So the word your is a homophone. If you didn't know.
Here
Do
comes
you
our,
correct
here comes
somebody
our,
that-
here comes our
Sounds the
reading
same.
specialist.
Yes.
Nelson,
So
do you correct somebody like when they say your and they use it wrong? Do you write them back and put YOU''RE in a little asterisk?
I correct Nate all the time.
Okay, because I'll do it. I'll be like
100%.
YOU''RE.
I correct
asterisk,
myself
and that's what I
because
send
get
back.
I correct
mortified
myself.
when I spell
Yes.
it wrong. Like I correct
I will
myself
correct
so
myself.
much via text.
Yeah.
That's also
well,
because
so,
we're twos.
ladies, you were the first twos. Weird. Hang on. You were the first 2 that ever got like the pre podcast
yeah.
interview.
Yeah.
That was good.
Mostly because I wanted you to check the grammar. on it.
Well, that's
Like,
funny.
I'll be totally honest.
I didn't even look at it.
You clearly didn't notice anything wrong.
I was about to say, normally stuff like that
anything.
really stands out. So, because I mean, let's see, this will be my 15th year in education. And so I'm pretty good at even just scanning over things. Right.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that.
Yeah.
No.
That's
And it was short
comforting.
enough that it wasn't like overbearing. So I think it's good for future.
Right.
Guests.
Yeah. I'm not trying to,
I
get your
smell
life
like-
story, because that's what we uncover. We want, bullet points
Yeah.
that we can uncover this stuff.
Yeah, we want to know, like, have you seen my vagina? Like, we want to know that,
God.
how that is
Yes.
uncovered.
So
Literally,
bad.
It's so funny. Nader.
Nader.
Before we get to what the wishes that
Oh,
and dad
damn it, Bobby.
jokes, there's a
Wait, hang on. LeForce has to talk to us about her family as well.
Oh, my
yeah,
kiddos.
yeah.
You know what's
Yes,
so
we need to
funny?
hear about these kids.
Kevin and Teddy talking about like when you were here, you don't recognize it, but this is the room you stayed in. I redid it and pulled out all that
You
crap.
son of a bitch.
This
Oh my
wall-
God.
This wall is the wall that had all that crap on it. It looks like an actual guest room now. So the next time y'all come, you're not going to be in the middle of a craft room.
Oh, it was so fun to be in the middle of a craft room.
Oh,
though.
no,
I
it's
sat on those
not.
little
You don't
chairs
have to
so many
lie to be
times
nice.
just to feel like a little kid.
You don't have to lie.
It
You don't
would,
have to lie.
shut the. If you open a room to us, then yeah, I'm gonna say thank you.
You can say thank you, but you don't have to be like, I loved being
I
in the
didn't.
craft room.
I'm not saying I minded it.
We just slept in there.
We
I
slept
mean,
there, and we
I'm
woke
not
up, and that's
saying
the
I
last time we were
mind
there. I had to go get my phone one time, and then I never saw it again unless I was like.
Okay, my kiddos.
So LaForce, the children.
Yes,
Yes,
the children,
please.
the spawn. So we have Jen's the girl mom. I'm the boy mom. 2 boys, 3 if you count Glenn. I've got Deason is 8, going into 3rd grade next year. He is both my kiddos are like carbon copy look. Well, Deason looks just like me. He's like, if you look at pictures of me as a baby, it's him. But he has Glenn's personality, like we've talked about. And thank goodness he got math smarts. Like Glenn, I don't have any math smarts. I've got English and grammar smarts and like communication smarts, but not math smarts in any way, shape, or form. Like literally my 8-year-old will be like, Mom, what's 37 plus 24? I'll be like, couldn't tell you. Like, and he gets really quick. Like math is his jam. He loves it. It's his favorite thing to do. Like
61.
his quick math, he loves it. It's his favorite. It's great. And he's a Spitfire. He plays judo. He just started playing judo. The younger of my 2 brothers, I'm a little bit like Jen, not quite a big age difference, but same parents. I have 2 brothers that are 14 and 16 years older than me. I was a very late in life baby for my family. So the younger of my 2 brothers lives here in Dallas and plays judo because you play judo. I don't know. It's very technical, but he's played judo for years and years and years. So we got the boys signed up, and Deason is like super into it. So it's his new thing, and that's been really fun. Crazy kiddo, that one. And then Truett is my younger one. He's 6. He'll be going into 1st grade next year. He is my emotional one. He's my sweet one. He's the one I joke that I could not give Deason another hug for the rest of his life, and he wouldn't think I loved him any less. But Truett is powered by physical touch. Like he needs to like hug you, be on you. Like he'll just I'll be sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden he'll just come and just lay his entire body on me. He's just emotional.
I do that to Kevin.
Oh, do you? Doesn't it feel so good? Do you feel better inside after you?
Nepa tries to do it, but he won't leave the room.
Jeez. So he's going to be probably my more musically talented one. He is I joke that he's a parrot. Like if he hears a song on the radio, a couple days later I'll hear him singing it, and he'll be singing it in I don't know what perfect pitch is, but seems pretty close to me. And I'm like, so we're looking at getting him in like piano and those good things. So get him in early. I did piano early, but hated it. So we'll see how it goes. I'm like, I was reading through the stuff from the piano teacher that's like, you have to sit with them when they're practicing. And I'm like, this sounds like torture. But
It's like homework for you.
right?
Yeah. Homework for
But
the
when you have kids and you think that they potentially have an area that they're going to excel in, you do things that you wouldn't normally do just for yourself when you're by yourself, because you want them to succeed and find their lane that's going to be good for them. My mom always said they're all kinds of smart. So Deason's my math smart kid, and I think Truett's going to be my music smart kid. So, and definitely my emotional smart kid. Deason's, again, he's an 8. He doesn't care about what you
believe
feel.
in that.
But they're good. They're good kids. They're crazy. They run around.
Different.
Deason was at sleepaway camp last week, and I can't tell you, it was so lovely not to have to be a referee and like physically pull people apart every like 30 minutes. Be like, stop hitting each other. Yeah. So, but they're great. They love each other.
Kevin and I do that.
I hope they love each
Teddy
other when
has
they're
to
grown.
break me and Shorty apart all the time.
It's tough.
I think that's one thing with like having, because I had an older sister growing up, and I still do. Wait, don't let me.
You have
What?
a
No.
sister, period.
I have one continually, and it was weird because we did not get along until we both went to college. Like I visited her one time at college when I was in high school. We had a very bad time. But then, like, everything after that has just been,
I love to hear stuff
sunshine
like that.
and rainbows.
I love to hear stuff like that.
So I think, especially with, like, if a boy and a girl can figure it out, then I feel like 2 boys and 2 girls will definitely, like, click a little bit earlier. Because I think everybody always wants, like, Nelson, you talk about being, like sort of an only child. Like, you didn't have a sister. Like, that's tough. And then, LeForce, you said you had 2 brothers, so, like, you didn't have one either.
But they were so much older than me. By the time I was in kindergarten, they were both off to college. So I was the flower girl in my oldest
my
brother's
kids
wedding.
are in the same
One of the first
generation
thing.
as my brothers.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're in the same generation because one is 15, he'll be 16 in March, and the other one is 13, and he'll be 14 in November.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're really good at remembering birthdays.
They all get along really, like the kids and my brother get along really well. Like really well. They play like all the same, I don't know, computer games that kids play these days. So yeah, they're in the same generation.
Which me and Shorty also play.
Yes.
Like,
Do you play
we're also
Roblox?
children.
Play what?
No, I have never played Roblox.
Okay. I hope not.
Oh, my.
Okay,
my
cool. So I'm not a 10-year-old child. Perfect.
No.
My cousin.
You're a
mentioned
man
that the other
child.
night. Yeah,
There's a
we were,
difference.
I was visiting family in Jersey, and my cousin Isaac kept begging us to play this game, and his siblings, who were 5 and 6 years older than him, were like, "No, that's dumb. We're playing Call of Duty." But like he mentioned that game a couple times. Roadblocks, right? Yeah.
Roblox. Yeah.
Roblox, not road.
Or Roblox.
Not
sorry.
road.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
down.
It's not just a bunch of traffic cones, Shorty. Sorry.
So we're gonna talk about traffic. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh God, get us going.
No,
on
we
traffic,
can't talk about
man.
traffic.
No. It takes forever. Well, Teddy knows. She drives with me down the highway, and she's just sitting in the passenger seat, like, just stop talking. Just get us home so he can stop bitching about whatever. So listen, I think you two have like sort of an idea, and I don't know if the kids are available to provide input, but we would like to roll into dad jokes. I know that.
My kids are not, sadly. They're
Okay,
not here,
cool.
I
But
don't
you
think.
actually
Mine
have.
are.
Yes. So let's bring the girls in to say something,
I did
and then
submit one of Deason's.
LeForce, would you
Oh, okay,
like to
good.
tell the joke on behalf?
I
of
know I don't
Deason?
deliver it as good as Deason does, but I can do it. Are we ready?
I
Do we
would
wanna
love
do
for
it?
you to do it. It would mean a lot if
Do we
you
get
would
the
do
music?
it to us. I think.
Okay. Do we have music? Here we go.
By the way, Teddy,
Girls
are you
have
gonna bring
probably-
your 3-legged child in?
Okay.
What?
Are you bringing
Mine
your
has
3-legged
4
child in?
So
That's Kevin's child.
Jen Roush's favorite joke is, why don't chicks talk?
Why don't chicks talk? 'Cause they all matched with me on Bumble?
Because talk is cheap.
That one is good. Wow.
That was good.
Such a good one.
That's
good.
It's such a good joke.
It's a good
I'm rating
joke.
it a 10.
It's a good
It's
joke.
a 10.
Great joke.
I
first-
thought it was fantastic.
First 10 I've
10 out of
ever
10.
given out, by the way.
Hands
First
down.
10 I've ever given out on the
Really?
show.
Oh,
Yes.
Deason will be thrilled.
First 10. Love that one.
Yes, he will. Jen Nelson, would you so
Let
that
me
they can
adjust
hear?
my children first. They're like, you can't see her, and I was like, I'm gonna move out of the way.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Yeah.
all right, Kate's got one first. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, you ready? All right, let me scoot over.
I love it.
Right there. Okay. Yeah, talk. Oh my God. You're not shy. What's the problem?
How can you tell between a boy spaghetti and a girl spaghetti?
Oh, this one's great.
Oh.
How?
How can you tell between a boy spaghetti and a girl spaghetti?
How, Kate?
Meatballs.
Oh my God, dude.
Y'all, that's her joke.
No
joke.
way.
And she can only tell it with permission. Because
Wait, she
I
can
mean-
find that in a
Hashtag
book?
good
She-
parenting.
It's a probes. It's a probes. Yeah.
so she'll ask. She'll be like, hey, Mommy, can I tell my spaghetti joke? And we'll kind of look at, like who's around.
I heard it on
Like,
the boat the other day.
go ahead.
Primo.
Oh,
Chef's kiss.
All right. Molly.
Yeah. Come on, Mal.
Come on,
Bring the heat, Molly. Bring the heat.
She's like,
What?
Yeah, make sure
school
she's
does
on camera.
Did Harry Styles go to?
Say it one more time.
Say it again.
slower.
What school did Harry Styles go to?
Adore University.
Adore University.
Get it? Adore.
Watermelon Sugar High.
Watermelon sugar high. Are you kidding me?
That's so good, Molly. That's fantastic.
What?
That's great.
Little entertainers around here. What'd I say? Mini Nate Nelsons.
Oh my
Bro.
gosh.
Those were great. They were all great, and
They're
it's
all
so
tens.
fantastic that we got.
Okay, Kate
literally all
has,
10s.
Kate has one more.
So good.
Okay.
Does it have anything to do with meatballs?
Where do planets go to school?
Where do planets go to school, Kevin? And Teddy? And LeForce?
Think about it. I've heard this one.
Where do planets
She told
go
me the
to
other day. It's
school?
great.
They go to the university.
Oh.
Did I get
University!
Yeah.
Buzz
great.
Bill.
Good.
Shorty.
Wow.
it? I got it. I did. Yeah.
Good. She
You did.
figured it
You
out.
got it.
Oh my
So
god.
not only are we handing out our
Great
first
job.
pens, but we're also handing out our first answered. Like that's the first joke that Shorty has gotten right. Mal, do you have another one?
Molly,
Mal have another one.
do you have another joke? No, she got
No,
nothing.
stay
She
with the
can say
good one.
no, it's fine.
Stay with the good one. The Harry Styles one was perfect.
That was that's so much better than anything I ever tell.
Oh, here she comes.
What type of stuff do cows read? What type of stuff do cows read? Yeah.
What type of stuff?
What
do
type of
cows-
stuff do cows read?
All right, so cows are leather sometimes. No, that's dumb.
Oh, Shorty, stop. Just say what. Just ask her what type of.
What
type of
stuff do
cows?
cows
The
read?
moose paper.
The moose.
The moose paper. Get out.
Not
I'm
as good as
bad
the
at
watermelon
this.
sugar
Shorty, am I
high, but-
bad at my job? Like,
Yes, because you
You need to
just-
consult with some actual
yeah.
kids
I do.
or
I do.
or actual dads.
I actually have one more.
Oh,
How-
come
we
on.
go.
Oh,
Last
oh,
one.
lay it on us.
Last one.
Just lay it on us.
Don't. Say it.
What do you say when you eat one s'more? After you eat one s'more?
Wait, can you say?
What
What
do
do
you
you?
once
What do you
more
say when
after
you
you
eat?
one
What do
s'more?
you say after you eat one s'more?
Once more.
Can I have?
Can I have some more?
Can I have
Oh, I got it.
You want some more?
You want some
you
more?
want some more?
It's great.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Great, Molly. Great, Kate.
Oh.
Oh,
Have a nice day.
have a good day.
They're also loud like their father. Real loud.
Are they?
There is
Nate
nothing
Nelson.
quiet
How are
about
No.
any of our
No way.
children.
Nate Nelson is
Like
loud.
I am the quietest one in our family, and I'm not really even that quiet.
There's no one quiet in our
Um,
family.
No,
Literally no one.
no, none.
Those jokes
But
are probably better than Kevin's jokes that he's ever told.
Yeah,
ever on the
thanks,
show.
Shorty.
I'm just being honest with you. Like the Harry. Okay, I'm being honest. I'll be honest with you. My bio tonight on Bumble is going to be the Harry Styles thing. That's what it's
Yeah.
going to say.
That's amazing. That was I was
That was-
so.
You're going to
excited
pull
hear
an
that.
interesting demographic that might know the answer to that or gets excited about that question.
Oh, I'm a
Right.
huge.
Yeah, you might
Harry
have to. You might have to drop your range to like 23.
You
for
might
that
need
one.
to drop it
No,
down.
what are you talking about? I'm 37 and I love
Yeah,
Harry
shoot
Styles.
your shot, bro. Whatever.
I love Harry.
I feel like
Styles.
Harry Styles is like to Molly what like Justin Timberlake was to me.
Or like New
That's
Kids
like
on the
her-
Block.
Yeah,
Would it be
that's
New
like
Kids
her
on the
new-
Block comparable?
Her, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
There was
I don't know. I mean, I was into them, but I wasn't into them like I was into NSYNC.
Isn't it sad they do that to boy bands though? They're like, all right, we're gonna create this group. They're all great together, but we only have one. We're gonna pull out of the group and then make them a superstar, and the rest of them are gonna be dead broke.
Listen, JC Chazé tried to shoot his shot, but he didn't do real great.
Yeah, and what was the other guy from Backstreet Boys?
Lance Bass. Which
Lance
one? No,
Bass?
Lance.
He didn't go. He didn't go solo. He did Broadway. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But like Justin Timberlake is like Harry Styles is the Justin Timberlake of this
Yeah.
generation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
Right.
this is,
Because he was in One Direction prior,
Absolutely.
and now
Oh my
he's on his own and soaring freaking amazingly. Like Molly asked if we could go see him, and I was like, I don't have $600 for one concert ticket. So
For one ticket. and
Yeah, so
that's
he's going to
nosebleeds.
actually be in Austin for like 3 days in a row. And Jen and I were talking about apparently at one of the smallest venues in Austin, the Moody
Austin
Coliseum.
doesn't have a huge space like like American Airlines Center does in Dallas. Like in the space in Austin, I was telling her, I was like, it would be a pretty intimate show for him, honestly.
And I would love to take her because one of the shows is literally the day before her 11th birthday. But I don't have thousands of dollars
Sell that
to
jersey
spend.
right behind you.
And you're gonna have to go down and stay, and you have to get a place to
Oh,
stay.
yeah.
And everything's gonna be
For
wicked
sure.
expensive. Like
Yeah.
doesn't Nate
Yeah.
Nelson
Wicked
have $10,000 worth of shoes you
Yeah.
could sell? That way you can just go to the show. You know.
Wait, why did you say wicked?
because
Wicked expensive.
Because it's
No, I know. That's like a very New England thing,
I
though.
mean,
not
but, I mean, I think
I'm
it's in
very
the
happy to hear it.
vernacular.
Is all. I
Kevin,
feel at
not
home.
not
when
everything's
people
just
say
about the
wicked.
Northeast.
I love it.
Say
No, my
crazy
sister's like my.
expensive? Say crazy expensive.
No, wicked is great. Wicked. So some people think that you're talking about a witch when you say wicked.
Nah,
Not
You know.
here.
no.
I love it. Makes me very happy. That's why we felt so at home.
Teddy, I want to get to you for a second. Do you have anything you'd like to say as well before we end the show today?
Any dad
You've
jokes?
been a great joke or a great guest. A joke.
No, I do not have any jokes. I'm not a joke teller at all. No.
Me either.
Wait, that wasn't-
I
well,
leave
what's
it
it
to
like
you.
What's it like to be engaged to me?
Yeah.
Wow. Wait.
And
what
why?
is it like to be engaged to-
So what's y'all's thought behind like planning? Like when you guys were joking earlier about it's going to be 5 years. Like what's y'all's thought process on waiting?
What's our thought process on waiting? We just have some other things currently going on in our lives that we need to take care of first.
Fair.
And then we will start planning. Okay. So depending on how long those take and then how much money we can resave, then we'll think about it. But it's not something, I don't understand why, like, it feels like everyone always looks at us and they're like, you're waiting. And I'm like, well, who said when you get engaged you have to get married
That's
next
true.
year? Like, I'm not sure why that's
a very good point.
We were engaged for 2 years.
Yeah, like I just don't
got the
understand why
ring.
people think that has to be a thing. I'm like, there's no book that says you get engaged and you must be married next year.
That is
So
very
wait,
true.
then
We want to wait.
Here's the question then as well. So you guys are engaged, and that's fine to wait as long as you want to. What is stopping you from just going ahead and getting married, like a small, like even at the courthouse or something, and then you do something later? Like, is that a thought that has ever crossed your mind, or you just want to do it all once, like with a really big?
No, because I mean, to me, just I don't see like what that would do. Like
Right.
we want to have a big wedding and we want to have all of our friends and family there, and I don't see what just going to the courthouse would do for us. It doesn't change
It doesn't
anything in our
change your
lives right now, and
relationship.
it doesn't.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it doesn't change anything. So there's no like need for us to just go get married and here I can have your last name right now. It doesn't. We can wait. It's okay.
I have a question
okay.
too. So here in Texas, we have something called common law marriage. So if you guys are living together, for example, here in Texas, and you are living as a married couple, meaning you are sharing bills, you have bills like together, a lease together in your name for a certain amount of time, you are by law
You're
married.
considered married. I don't think Pennsylvania is like that. I don't think we have a common law here.
We do things a little crazy here in Texas, apparently.
No, but at the same time, I
Welcome
think
to the
like
wild
if we
freaking
did,
West.
sorry, I'm gonna keep the mic on you.
The wild, wild
I think
west.
that
Lean in.
like we would be totally fine with that.
Right.
Like obviously, it would just be a certain amount of time was reached that we were together, and then it was like, hey, you guys are now officially married.
Right.
And that would be fine. But it's not like we're waiting for any reason other than we just have other we got other baggage that we want to take care of.
Yeah, for sure.
Teddi,
Yeah,
it
and
is
it's
very
expensive.
expensive. So, Teddi, do you guys both have big families?
Kevin definitely has a way bigger family than I do. I mean, I have a big family on my mom's side, but I don't really know half of them. I probably have 500 cousins I don't even know about. So I'm not super close with my family. Really I feel like the only people that would even be invited are my parents and my sisters and maybe an aunt or two. So really all the family's coming from Kevin. Really everybody else is going to be all of our friends because all of our friends are my family. So
well, and to your point, Teddy, you were talking about getting married and then waiting a while. And I had a couple come in 2 weeks ago, and of course, how'd you guys meet? The whole, get to know the couple, and the girl goes, we've been together for 9 years, and he finally proposed. And she kind of looked at me like I was going to make a reaction, oh my God, I can't believe you've been why that long? And I went, yeah. And she goes, you don't think that's weird? I'm like, no. Whenever you're ready to do life, whenever you guys are ready, you guys are ready. It's not, there is no, I was like, when our parents were young, that was what they did. Oh, we got, I fell in love with her and then I got married 6 months later. And I was like, that's not how it is today. You can be together for 12 years if you want and then decide to get engaged, or you can have a child first and then get married. There's no, there's no norm to it.
There's no timeline of events. I mean, some people definitely feel as though there is. I mean, I definitely will say I was not expecting that at all.
I was clear from the video footage that you were completely and utterly shocked.
Yeah, I still sometimes am wait, did that really happen? I don't know.
We were all puddles.
I mean, I definitely feel
we were all puddles when it happened.
Listen, I watched it in the car and the kids were with me and I screamed. And the kids were like, oh my God, what's wrong? And I was like, Kevin just proposed to Teddi. They're
it was so
what?
Crazy because I had to immediately, right after I was like, please tell me that my dad knows, because I knew it was going on social media instantly. And I was like, I have to call or text my at least closest friends and family right now.
Did you ask
and
Dad?
And of course he's like,
Kevin?
oh, don't worry, your
Of course,
yes,
I
of course
did.
he did.
Good for
you.
you,
He was
man.
yes, your dad knows, and I was like, oh, okay, well then I don't care. Everybody else can figure out on social media then.
Not that any man needs permission to ask a person to marry them. It's a little old school, but it's a very respectful thing to do.
Yes, my dad respected it very much.
Very respectful thing to do.
I cried way harder asking him.
Because you were scared or because you were relieved?
Yeah, I was like,
both?
God damn, I just can't believe I'm here right now. That I'm doing this. That was the weirdest thing.
That's
it was
awesome.
Did
he ever,
obviously.
Did he give you some kind of talk where he's like, treat my daughter right and all that? Was there, I mean, I don't know, was there any nervousness to it? Or was it just once you said it, he was like, yeah, of course, cool.
Bro, I'm still sweating thinking about it. But I brought a 6-pack to his door, and I literally started crying as I just pulled it out. I kept my jacket on so he couldn't see my pit stains. But yeah, so I just pulled it out, and I was like, I think I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask your daughter to marry me, and it would mean stop. You're gonna get me going, literally right now.
Keep going.
I say, here's the difference
No, so
between.
I just was it would mean everything to her more than me.
That's so sweet. And were
Difference
you
between Teddy's dad and my dad.
You were,
brought
that he was like,
booze.
I got this. We're good. Were you shocked or?
That's a you.
Oh wait, what?
Were you shocked when you were like, does my dad know? Were you like?
I feel like I wasn't shocked because I just know that that's the kind of person that Kevin is. So when I asked, I was like, he's definitely gonna tell me yes. So yeah, but I do feel like when that happened and afterwards, I mean, it definitely gives you a certain reassurance of, oh, we definitely are getting married someday. So it does give you that reassurance, but I'm in by no means saying, oh, we gotta go get married tomorrow or forget it.
Marriage is fun. It's
Good
just
for
a
you
lot of
guys.
work.
God, we almost had Kevin crying on the show. We almost had
Almost.
it. We were almost there.
Almost there.
Very
You just have to bring us back for another part, and then we'll make it happen. We'll pull him out of him.
Well, you guys got to have us on your podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say for a little preview of what our podcast would sound like. Here we go. Okay, guilty pleasure for when guys are working. Teddi, go. Guilty pleasure.
I'm sorry, what?
Guilty
Your
pleasure.
guilty pleasure.
When the guys are working. Go. You have the house to yourself.
Oh.
Guilty pleasure, like the
I
thing.
feel like we're never both here.
I was gonna say you can both working at the same time.
I feel like I move all of the furniture.
Ooh.
Wait, whoa, hold on.
That's a
What?
good one.
1000%. I definitely pick a room because I just get so bored if I'm home and I just need something to do, and I'll start like organizing maybe like a kitchen cabinet, and then the next thing I know I'm in the living room.
This is
moving
amazing.
the furniture. Yeah, this is definitely a thing.
I would have never
like
thought
a
to do
coming
that.
to a
I'm moving
different
all the
house.
furniture the next time Glenn works. That's amazing.
It's the new house.
I mean, it makes you feel, like it's not the same place all the time.
Okay, so you come home, Kevin, and you're exhausted from your event. What goes through your brain when you walk in and a room has been rearranged?
When I walk in and the couch is in a different spot,
Yes.
luckily she doesn't touch
you
it. She doesn't.
Either you've tripped over it or what?
She doesn't touch anything in here. I will say that. That's a lie. She has touched many things in here, and she's gotten rid of them in here, and the couch is shifted over like 2 feet, and it makes sense. But I'm like, man, I have the smallest balls. I can't tell her no. I can't. I literally can't.
Meatballs.
Why does that?
I have.
The smallest meatballs. The smallest meatballs.
It's just.
Meatballs.
It's like I don't know, like when I did work in an office or something like that, like you kind of lose like your grounding of it all. And granted, I've changed everything around here, but then I'm rewiring, like I'm realigning it, and it's been in the like my desk and the DJ setup have been in the same formation for like over a year now, which is nice. But she definitely like I'll come out and it's when you're looking for like I'm home all day, so when I'm doing like the dishes and stuff, when I'm trying to put it back. Like eventually she'll just find that I'll just never empty the dishwasher anymore. I don't know where shit goes. And it's like the 5th time that I'm finding out where the pot lid goes. Like that's fucking frustrating to me. It's frustrating. That's all. I love her to death.
Oh my God.
I know that she's doing it with intent, and that frankly she's like one of the hardest workers I know. The Beatles wrote a song about her. It's called 8 Days a Week. That's how much she works.
I love it.
So like that's my favorite part about her is that no matter how hard I work, I know that she's working like way harder even when she's off. Like she'll take a Sunday and do a freaking bridal shower, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna take today off even though I have 4 days off a week. Like I feel like a bum, So she pushes me to be way better than I think I could ever be. Stop. You're gonna make me cry again.
No, keep going. No, we were here.
Again.
We were just here. Damn it. I just want Kevin to cry once on the show.
Okay, Jen Nelson, what's your favorite guilty pleasure to do when Nate's working and the girls are like asleep, or maybe if you have the house to yourself?
Honestly, I love a good. Y'all know the show Snapped?
This is going in a very
Nope.
quick direction. Yes.
You really don't know what
I
it
am
is,
a
Teddy?
true
Wait,
Snapped.
what?
It's where like the woman has,
like
she
true
snaps.
It's true
Yeah.
crime.
She murders her husband.
Or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever the case may
I
be.
am
There.
interested.
I am a true crime junkie anyway. I love anything
Wait,
true
like
crime.
literally a true crime junkie?
Like the podcast.
Like crime
Junkie?
I
junkies?
do listen to it sometimes, yes.
Let's go. Okay, cool.
When I am not listening to the radio Kevin
Radio
and
Shitty podcast.
radio-
Yeah.
radio- whatever it
Shitty
is.
podcast.
Listen, y'all need to come up with like where you mesh them together instead of.
We're working on it. We're literally working on a logo right now.
So that's my guilty pleasure. Although I will watch it when he's home, and he thinks I'm plotting something
All of them
because
do.
I'm watching it.
It kind of sounds like you're plotting something.
We always
not.
are. So sleep with one eye open.
I mean, I'm not plotting anything against him. I might be plotting things, but not against him.
We always have to be prepared if we have to bury a body somewhere.
I mean,
A girlfriend.
listen,
could
I
call,
know a
we
lot.
could have to bury a body somewhere. We live in Texas.
Other
now.
than Jen
We
Roush,
gotta have
I
each
know
other's
some
back.
Oklahoma ladies that know where to bury bodies.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
True story.
What about you, LeForce?
yeah, what's yours?
My guilty pleasure when Glenn's gone is like, it sounds so boring, but like, he's not a leftovers guy. Like, he doesn't eat leftovers. And so I'm always like, the best leftovers in the fridge that I wouldn't have wanted to share with him, like, overeat on the leftovers in the fridge. And whatever show I am binging at the time, just watch it until an obscene hour. But like right before he gets home, run and go get in the bed and be like, yeah, I've been asleep this whole time.
Yes. What is that?
Oh,
I'm glad I'm not
okay,
the only
so
one.
I also joke that like, I told a friend one time that I call it the housewife shuffle, like right before the husband gets home, like do several things real quick to make it look like you've been doing stuff all day long.
Yeah.
Housewife shuffle. Like I've done that
yeah.
before.
Kevin does the housewife shuffle.
I literally
So,
do that all the time.
You and me, Kevin.
I
you and me, Kev. We're the same.
I saved a portion of the grass to cut right before Teddy got home.
Yeah,
today.
you gotta let him know. You gotta let him know about all the work you've been doing. I mean, it's not like you haven't been doing stuff.
Shit.
I do it. I do stuff. Like if
Well,
I
it's
happen
very
to be
easy
unloading
to
the
feel
dishwasher
like-
when you get home, yeah, I've been watching 4 hours of Netflix while you were at work. But
Well,
I'm,
you've been
I'm unloading the
doing
dishwasher.
stuff in the background of that.
Of course
you know.
Of course.
See, that happens to me during the summer.
Leftovers.
Yeah, eating leftovers.
Eating leftovers.
That happens to me
Or-
during the
or-
summer
or-
because I'm home all day.
Yeah.
I got to prove that I did something while I was home because I'm not home all day usually during the school
Right.
year, right? So when I am home, I'm gonna be like, oh, I did this. I didn't just sit here and watch
I
TV
didn't
all
sit here
day
all day long,
or read
I
a book.
promise.
I love to read, so I didn't just sit here and read all day.
Because what
Well,
number
even
book
if you
did you
did-
just
Can you ever
finish,
really
Jen?
get mad at somebody for reading?
No, you can't. I mean, I would never get mad at anybody for reading, but Nate is not a big reader. Not that he gets mad about it. I'm just saying, like, he's not
Yeah,
a big
he's-
reader.
Neither
Yeah, but
is
he's
mine.
been getting better.
No reading.
Nate's been reading a lot more with the hard 75 stuff though. Like he seemed like he was really
so
into
he
it.
read with the hard 75, but
Oh,
the
he's
reading
done.
portion stopped.
Yeah.
Everything
Sorry, I just heard
else.
2 kids killing each other in the background. I just wanna
yeah,
make sure
those
they
are
were okay.
mine. Those
It
are mine because
happens.
Nate left for the NACE poker tournament thing.
Yeah.
So I don't
he
have
he did tell me that he was playing poker tonight.
Yeah,
so
he's-
like we're reaching that 2-hour mark,
Yeah.
ladies, and I don't want to
No,
keep
no,
you
it's fine.
from
Do
the
we get
rest
to
of
do
your
wish
lives.
stuff?
I realize some. Do you want to do wish stuff? We were gonna
Kevin literally-
pass over it
Let's
honestly.
do one.
Yeah, Kevin
let's do
literally
the best
texted
one
Shorty,
you
I was like-
have. Let's do the best one you have.
Okay, hold on. I have.
I was
I
gonna say,
feel like
just-
we,
you
we
can
have
do
to
just
get the
one.
full Radio Shorty experience. Radio Shorty
did the
type
show.
of
Okay.
experience.
Now we have to have the what
Brought
the
to you by
wish.
GamerFuel.com.
Okay.
So we got a full screen hit.
Brought to you.
Brought to
Okay,
you
so yeah,
by
make sure that-
GamerFuel.com.
So
Oh,
if you
that-
go
whoa,
over
wait,
to
whoa,
hover
whoa,
over
whoa.
me. Wait, what?
Who
Yeah,
just
do
did
that
that
again?
Who
That
did
was
Gamer
Jen.
Fuel? Oh, you
Jen
need to be a
Roush. That was me.
voiceover girl.
Each of you independently
I always-
give a gamer-fuel plug. I would
I do
love
not.
to hear
What is
this.
it actually? Say it fully.
Gamer-fuel.com.
It's gamer-fuel.com.
Gamer-fuel. Okay.
Here, hold on.
Use the
I'll
promo
give you
code
the. I'll give you the
DJ
cheater.
It's
I'll
just
give you
gonna
the
be-
cheater.
I'm
What
gonna give you
what
a-
what line do you want me to say?
I don't know. Jen's gonna be better. I'm not good.
Don't do. By the
If
way,
you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. No.
don't do www
Let
because
Roush
that's
do
only
it.
what 79-year-old men say is
Right.
www.
79-year-old men.
So let's just say there's a supplement
Subscribe?
called their Big Brain
Big
that
Brain?
allows focus. It's called Big Brain and it's focus. If you want to give a full pitch, you can. If you just want to do Gamer Fuel, use code DJ Hi Kevin. Do whatever you want to do. But that was fucking mint, and I would.
But
love to
apparently,
have
don't
Oh
say
my God.
www.
No, we're not going to do that.
I'll do it.
Oh gosh, no pressure.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, do that. Yeah.
What? Do what?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Just go.
Oh gosh.
Just go. You got this.
So do you just like? So
You want me to do one real quick?
No. It would be. Visit gamerfuel.com and use DJ Kevin. Nope, I messed it up. Dang it! See, now I'm all stressed out. I need a script. I need a script to read.
Yeah.
Okay. So listen. You know what? I'm not
Say,
going to put this pressure on
visit
you because I know I would hate
gamerfuel.com.
this. Yeah, so like we just love gamerfuel.com.
She did sound-
Use code DJ Hi Kevin at
Use
checkout.
code-
It'll
okay.
get you 15% off, and use your big brain. And
Okay.
You're giving her
Use-
way too much.
Yeah. Use code DJ Hi Kevin at gamerfuel.com for 15% off discount.
love it.
Perfect.
LeForce, can you do one more thing in your like little voice?
Yeah, tell me.
Can you say 106.1 Kiss FM?
Kiss FM.
Oh, now Jen can probably do that better than I can. 106.1 Kiss FM.
Oh my God, that's literally almost her. That's Stacy that does the voice girl for Kiss FM. Holy shit. Okay. All right.
But we
We have
only
Kiss FM here.
right. That's where it came. I mean, like the 106.1 is the Dallas.
Yeah.
The Dallas.
Yeah, that's their state.
See,
their
I thought
pop
about
station.
I
looked
thought
it up
about
real
like it
quick.
would be
They were
fun to
not-
do voiceover stuff, but I'm like, there's so many people who do voiceover. Can you even make money doing voiceover?
So the guy that does the Kiss FM,
I was gonna say that's
in
who I hear the
Dallas
most.
makes like $4 million a year doing it or something like that. Yeah,
Oh, but
he-
that's
like,
that guy. I
and
mean,
the
like
girl-
somebody coming into it who has no experience and doesn't have any
Yeah,
reels.
but they're
or
getting
anything.
older, so like they're always
I
trying to
kinda
like
feel like
freshen
it's
so
up.
they're gonna die eventually.
They're gonna die eventually.
I kind of feel like that's with anything, though. You're
I
not
feel
always
like
gonna
AI is
make
going to
a
take
lot
it
of
over.
money.
Is voiceover even going to be a thing
Really?
in 10 years?
So it's
that
okay.
TikTok bitch is gonna be the voiceover for everything.
So it's funny you say that about the AI. So before I got fired from radio, everybody grab their drinks.
Oh,
cheers.
everybody drink.
I'm out.
We're screwing the wish thing right now. Sorry.
Dangerous. We'll still do it. We're still gonna do it.
So we had a conservative talk station in our building, and it would play throughout like the speakers in the hallways. And so every day I would just hear today's Greenville weather is brought to you by blah 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 blah. The high of 65 today with a low of 74, or whatever. Like the girl would just read all the weather, and then she was like, "I'm Jennifer UVA's" or whatever. And one day I walked in, I was like, "Yo, where's Jennifer UVA's office?" And my boss was like, "That's all AI." Like they type in the weather in the computer.
But it sounded like a person?
And then they
not like
this,
actual.
They create this fake weather computer girl, and it sounds just like a real person. So they just type in what the weather is, if it's gonna rain, like what the 3-day forecast is, and they just made up a name for her. They called her Jennifer UVA's or whatever, and that was it. I'm like, what?
I love that.
Why?
Because there are so many of us.
Let's have an original name.
I think that's just believable enough. Like, okay, another Jennifer in the world. Yeah, we expected that.
Not
honestly.
shocking.
You were born in the late 70s to mid 80s. There's a good chance that your first name is Jennifer.
Hi. Very.
And you're a weather girl.
Roush, what's your middle name?
My government name. Well, my first government name was Jennifer Elizabeth LeForce. And then my married name is Jennifer LeForce.
That's Jello
Roush.
then. Is that Jello? J-E-L?
Yes. It's the J-E-L. And it was when J-Lo was really popular in college. And so my college roommates started calling me J-Law. And then it just kind of ended Jello.
Jello.
I love it.
Jello.
I love it.
All right, What the Wish segment from DJ Hi Kevin brought to you by gamer-fuel.com. Use the code DJ Hi Kevin at checkout.
So I have never tried to do a wish segment where 6 people sent me it before we even got a chance to do it.
Oh no.
So I fear that everybody will have already seen this at this point, but that almost takes a little.
Now I will, but
don't.
Now you will. You just said it and your phone heard it, so you will see them. And I started to get scared that I was running out, and then all of a sudden I got an influx of them. So there's something else going on here. There's something so deep. But Shorty actually sent me this originally.
I used this on my trip to New Jersey.
And I just got a...
What?
It's called a Jewel Cooler.
A Jewel Cooler? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, Jewel.
Yeah,
it says Jewel Cooler.
Yeah, I used it. I went to New Jersey and I used this on the drive up. Is the Jewel Cooler.
Honestly, if I had that,
you would really need that here in Texas.
I can't tell you how many times I have tilted air conditioner vents down and held a dress up to allow air to come in.
Yes.
Also, a phrase that happens a lot on the boat: to air up my bits. You gotta air them out
your
sometimes
bits.
when you live in Texas. And it's currently
105 degrees.
It says 106 on my phone.
I don't know. I didn't look on my phone. My girlfriend. I call her my girlfriend because I can't say her name because then she'll listen. But girlfriend said it was 105.
So the Jewel Cooler may actually be a product that you.
How much do you pay for Jewel Cooler?
It's priceless.
Jen Roush,
literally priceless.
I think it is possible. Our kids could construct something like this.
Yeah. I think they're smart enough.
But
to
does Wish tell you what it
sure.
costs? Is it just like an app?
How much are they charging for it?
Yeah, what does it charge?
I don't have that information on this one specifically.
Oh.
Yeah, we literally just have the screenshot.
Gotcha.
Normally you guess what it is, but this is very clearly telling you what it is. But I'm very
I also drive a Ferrari. If you can't tell by the emblem on the
so actually, this is it's a Ford Bronco.
Oh, is it? Oh, I don't know my car.
It's
That
just
is
turned on
That's
the
a Bronco
furthest from a
on the
Ferrari
steering wheel.
logo.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I was because I didn't want to be. I'll be honest, I didn't want to be the guy that asked the question, "Would a lady use this?"
Yep.
And you both just came out and you're like, "Yeah,
yes,
100%.
Cool your bits."
Absolutely, air out your bits. Got to air out your bits.
Listen, you know they make contraptions that do this that go all the way back to the back of the car for your kids. It's called a nozzle, I think.
Noggle.
It looks just like that. Noggle.
Noogle?
So your
Noogle?
kids can get air conditioning in the back
It's
seat
like
if you don't have air conditioning
big.
vents. Yeah.
Yep.
It gets hot here, y'all. We got to get
Real
creative.
That's
Yeah,
true. Very true.
Stupid. How hot is it in the Carolinas right now, Shorty? Like, what's your temp at?
What's the temperature right now? 77.
What?
Are you kidding me?
76.
What?
76.
Please
It
tell
Did
me
you
just
just
you're
say
joking.
Bro, we're-
77?
It just rained though.
We're
Like, literally.
86, feels like 88.
Yeah, it just
70. I would die.
The low today
that
in
right
Texas
now.
is 79. The low.
Listen, our air conditioning runs nonstop during the summer.
Okay, so I just found the forward-facing Noggle
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
Noggle.
$49.99. You hook
But you
it
could
into
make it a lot
your
cheaper.
vent, and it has this little like snuffleupagus nose
Yeah,
looking
it,
thing.
it does
and
look like
yeah.
Snuffleupagus. That's a good.
It does.
It does. That's what it looks like.
That's
You got to
That's what
keep
it
your
looks
kids
like.
cool, y'all. It
Hey.
gets hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, to keep your kids
bless.
and your bits cool, make sure to get the
And
dual
your
cooler.
bits.
That's right.
Ooh,
Air
what
your
if they
bits
made
and
a
your
dual?
kids.
A dual one. One for you in the front and then one for the kids in the back.
I hope it doesn't recirculate air.
Oh, no.
I should say that you three have been amazing to have on today. This has been so much fun, and we could do this forever. And honestly, I would love to do I think you three would be a little, all due respect, I think you've behaved a little too much tonight.
I agree.
And I think a live would be fantastic. And I think, there was that time period right at the beginning of COVID where we hopped on Zooms.
Yes.
And we all kind of got
That was
together
the-
and we just had drinks.
The best
fun.
/ the worst time ever. It was so great.
Yeah.
It was making the best out of the worst
Yes,
time ever.
absolutely.
We
which
made
is
a
why
lot
we
of
will never
lemonade.
forget it.
We made a lot of lemonade
Absolutely. And drink a lot of White Claw.
and drank a lot
Yes.
of lemon White Claws and
Yeah. And
Also
now we're on to
lemonades
variety
and-
pack number 3,
Yeah.
and we love it. And I just crushed. When I remember the blackberry when it came
Blackberry?
on, Nate was like, "Blackberry is the truth," and I still tell people that to this
the
day.
truth.
I'm
like-
drinking the Surf.
The Surge?
Speaking of Nate,
or Surf? That's
It's
new.
Surf.
Surf?
It's the
We have a
wild berry acai smash.
There's new, yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking
there's
of,
I called
there's
it
another-
acai for the longest time.
Acai.
think it's
Ask
acai.
my
I'm an idiot.
10-year-old who orders the strawberry acai refreshers from Starbucks all the time. You'll know how to say it. I promise.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nate
$8
Nelson,
later.
Nate's always about like promotion and social media and getting shit out there, and I love the entire time during Nelson's screen here. The Hot Cues podcast logo has been up in the corner.
Amazing.
You can check out the Hot Cues podcast in the year 2030 because we're not really sure when they're gonna.
Oh, they record.
say it's
I have
coming out next
confirmation. Listen,
did.
I have
They recorded one.
confirmation. They did record Monday night.
So here's
I
what I was
have
told.
confirmation.
I was told that the show will come out next Tuesday, so like it's going to be on Monday. I'm excited to hear it. I really am because I think
too.
Nate and Tony
too, 'cause I didn't
are
listen.
very dynamic together. The other thing, Jen Nelson, just one more thing.
Yes.
I just want my What Up Graham Fam shirt. It's the only thing I need, and I'll be happy in life. Okay.
Okay, so I could probably work on the design. I just don't know the people. So
He said
if
it
I
had
make
a
the
name
design
already.
Did he?
On the
There's a lot
podcast.
of things he doesn't tell me.
Listen,
Clearly.
Like $11,000.
Like
in
11,000
Vegas.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we've come
No,
full
totally
circle.
confirmed that Hot Cues is in the works.
Yes.
Tony and I have been working together for his editing skills because we all know the brunt of the work is going to land on the 23-year-old. I'm sorry, I got yelled at
Bless.
Yeah.
earlier by him. But we're excited for it. Thank you, ladies, for being here. We won't hold you much longer because I have to pee.
Thanks for the invite. So do I.
but,
That was the biggest thing I was worried
This
about.
has been
was-
so fun.
Yeah, so fun.
Shorty, I can't wait
Yeah,
to meet
yeah.
you in person someday.
I can't either. When is that happening? We all just need to pick a day and fly to Dallas and drink
I
on
love it.
a boat.
We need to
I'm
guys
always
doing
here.
Friday?
So
come when
Friday.
it's cool. Come when it's cool enough
Yeah,
that we can
don't
hang out in the
come.
backyard, but also still go
Yes.
out in the boat during the day. That's the
100%.
perfect time of year. So like September, late September, early October. Although that's when everything is crazy here because that's when people get married because the weather's perfect. Perfect.
It's
for
too
time.
hot to do anything right
you
now.
could come here because it's 76 degrees. So I mean, like,
Don't
if you
say
wanna
it
come
again.
Clearly,
It's
but-
rude. It's
Yeah.
rude.
It is rude.
Rubbing
Very
it in.
rude.
Rubbing it in. That's right.
All right, kids. Anything for the... Oh, wait, hang on. We have one more fun fact to say. Did you know
Oh,
that tectonic plates move as fast as your toenails grow?
is that not the best?
I did
fun
not
fact ever?
actually.
Tectonic plates move as fast. That's so fast. Think how often you have to trim your toenails.
That's fast. I'm trimming them
My
right
kids
now.
have to trim their toenails more than I do. I don't know. What is it about kids' toenails?
It's because they're growing.
Feet are disgusting. I can't believe we're having this
Feet are
conversation.
gross. Feet are
Feet are
so
not gross. Feet are feet.
Yes, they are.
They're not gross.
They're,
No, they're
horrible.
gross. Feet.
They're no. Kevin's
What do you
put
think?
his
I love my
mouth
kids'
on a foot
feet.
or
Gross,
something,
yes,
probably.
no.
I mean, I work with feet every
Nope.
day.
Yeah, and when you
I
told
work
me
at
that,
a podiatrist,
when you told me that, I was like, ooh, nope.
which makes me hate them even more. I see some gross stuff.
I bet you.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
Ooh. Jinx.
Nope.
Sorry, I'm thinking of throwing up with feet. So I got a little-
Oh, it's okay, Shorty. In
just
through your
got
nose,
a
out through your mouth.
little
You'll be
nauseous.
okay.
Yeah, there's a we got
Don't throw up. Don't
Oh,
throw
we're
up. Is
bringing
that a
another
pee
trash
trash
bucket
can
slash
out on the
throw up
show.
bucket?
Great.
It's gonna become a pee bucket in like 45 seconds.
Oh,
I'm
no,
telling you.
same.
All right, ladies, absolute freaking pleasure. Thank you so much.
So much fun.
Thank you.
for both the Jens.
Thanks for
So
the
cool.
invite.
Thank you for coming, Teddy. Yeah,
Yes,
Teddy was super
so
excited
good to
too.
see you, Teddy.
I felt like it would have been a big miss, been big miss if we
Yeah.
didn't have her on. So, Shorty, you're the man.
Okay, thanks for listening to the Radio Shitty podcast with DJ Hi Kevin.
I have to go to the bathroom. Stop it.
Just be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And also be sure to listen to Hot Q's podcast. Go hit subscribe on them as well, and buy and stuff. Bye.
Brought to you by Radio Fuel.
Please remain